Et bonjour à tous. Comment vous allez? On se retrouve pour un petit live farming. Et oui, j'ai bien bossé sur la partie. Hop. Donc est-ce que ça on peut le mentionner? Alors, attendez, je vais juste baisser un peu le volume là. Et désolé pour hier, il y a eu un gros plan du PC parce que j'ai eu la mise à jour de Windows. Donc ça fait planter tout le PC. Alors attendez, je vais revendre ma barre de coupe maïs, je m'en sers pas du tout. Hop. Donc voilà. J'ai oublié de mettre en plus là pour lire mes commentaires depuis mon PC. Bonjour à la personne qui est arrivée. Voilà. Tac. Allez, c'est parti. Attends, je vais replier ça, ça va prendre moins de place. Bonjour aux personnes qui arrivent. Oh là, je vais couper ces arbres à force aussi. Je vais gagner de la place. Je vais prendre le broyeur. Ah, attendez. Il me faut une tronçonneuse. Et un broyeur que j'utilise beaucoup. Ah, j'ai pas d'argent. C'est pas grave, on va la louer. Donc on va prendre ce tracteur là. Tac. Non, on peut la déplier, c'est pas d'utilité maintenant. Allez, c'est parti. Bonjour aux personnes qui sont sur le live. Olé. Et hier soir, j'ai tellement bossé sur la map, j'ai acheté pas mal de champs. Hop. Tac, regardez ça. Je le qu'elle baisse. On va le mettre en démarrage auto. Comme ça, hop. Le broyeur il est toujours actif. Et ça va le broyer aussitôt. Voilà. Ça y a pas pour longtemps. Ah, je peux pas le couper, si. Oh. La vente de copeaux de bois, ça se fait où? Tac, 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 tac. Ça va être ici. Vente de bois, voilà. Et ça se trouve. Ok, ça va. J'ai pas mal de moissons encore à faire. C'est ici. Hop, I. Ah, ça touche. La toiture. C'est un peu nul ce système là qu'ils ont fait. Voilà. Ça vaut pas grand chose le bois, c'est ça le problème. Mais on va nettoyer ce terrain pour mettre des bâtiments. Attendez, je partage en même temps le lien de ma chaîne pour que mes amis me viennent me voir. Voilà. Hop. Est-ce que, petite question, je peux abattre ces peupliers? Si je peux les abattre, ça va être pas mal ça. Non, apparemment, je ne peux pas. Ah, je suis concis. Je monte sur la machine. Dommage. Bonjour aux personnes qui arrivent. Bon, bah là après, prochain arbre va être plein. Hein. Le brouillard il s'est rempli de copeaux. Si je faisais ça proprement. Comme ça va être mieux. Ça, je suis prêt à repartir. Je vais peut-être faire les moissons maintenant. Je vais juste attendre qu'il soit un petit peu plus mûr. Il y a ce champ là à faire et l'autre après. Non, l'autre il est pas encore prêt. Attends, hop, on va enlever le démarrage auto. J'ai plus l'utilité. Je pense que ces arbres là ils vont sauter dans tout à l'heure. Que j'aurais fait les moissons des champs. J'ai le colza qui est là. On va faire le colza ici en fait. En premier, vu que j'ai la barre de coupe ici. Voilà. On peut commencer en bas. J'ai mon champ de tournesol aussi à faire. Ça vaut pas grand chose le colza aujourd'hui. Dans ce champ. Bonjour aux personnes qui arrivent. Bon allez, on va faire un peu de Fortnite, ça va être le meilleur. Car là ça bouge pas trop, ça me saoule là. Donc on va ouvrir le jeu. Bon, c'est parti. Et- Bon, Fortnite là, tu te lances. Tac. Alors, attendez, je vais juste couper ça. Ça fait une sauvegarde. Tac. Bon. Voilà qui va arriver. Juste le temps qu'il se finisse de se télécharger. Allez. Voilà. Il va falloir sauver le monde, il y a des nouveaux trucs là. Il va falloir ce qui se passe dans Sauver le monde. Moi j'ai pas été. Tac. Regardez qui se passe. Hop. Faire les quêtes qui se passent. Voilà, là il y a reboot. Il y a. Alors attendez. Ouais, mais là il va me falloir du monde. Donc je vais attendre que j'ai des amis qui viennent m'aider. Donc on va partir de là. Donc on va se mettre en Battle Royale. On va se prendre dessus. Allez, c'est parti. Moi ça je les ai pas fait moi ces épreuves. Pas eu le temps de les faire. Alors les deux. Alors termine chaque qualif. Pas eu le temps de regarder. Bonjour personne qui arrive. Bon. Je vais baisser un peu le son, les réglages. Bon, c'est déjà baissé pourtant. Bah bon, c'est pas grave. Ça va le faire quand même. Passe par où? Le pompe c'est pas mes armes préférées mais bon, on va essayer quand même. Bon, y'a rien. C'est pas grave, ça me fait de la ferraille. C'est à côté de la zone en plus, ça c'est cool. Bon, en fait, il n'y a rien dedans dans ce poisson. C'est nul ce poisson. Salut Roro. Ça va? Quel malin celui-là. Oh. Bon. On va laisser tomber ce coffre là-haut. Je vais pas y arriver. Ah, y aller le chercher. Y'a rien là-dedans? Je me barre, c'est la zone, elle arrive. Oh, tiens là. Je t'attends. Mais il monte en haut. Oh, c'est pas très grave, on va l'attendre. Putain, mais il est full cheat là. Oh là là, il y a du monde qui arrive sans maille. Bon là j'arrive plus rien à faire, je me suis fait vite repérer. Mais là je comprends pas, il a été full cheat hein. Le nombre de balles que je lui ai mis.
Like, can't describe it.
It feels insane.
You guys won 2 games in a row. So the first
Ah.
game you won, you were feeling pretty good.
Oh no! He's not managing to get the elimination and in the storm!
La coupe
Second elimination, a big
dans
win.
7
How
minutes.
did you carry that momentum into your second game?
Obviously, since we won the 4th game, we got really confident into the 5th. And I actually told Aqua before we started that let's get a back-to-back win. And that's what we did.
Got in, they dropped down low, the tags go! Oh my gosh! Those 2 games may be enough to push them all the way to the top of the leaderboard.
C'est un de mes rêves d'y arriver à faire ça.
We played really safe,
De
but then
récupérer,
at the end,
de faire ces concours.
we started getting some kills.
I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just crazy.
What are your plans with the prizing?
I'm not really sure. I think I'm just gonna save most of the money.
We're just saving and maybe buying a house.
Those trophies are massive. Do you have any plans on how you're going to get them
Mais il
home?
va falloir que je m'entraîne 2 fois plus hein.
It's really heavy. It's impossible to carry it.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Congratulations again. Go enjoy this feeling. Do not forget it.
Your 2019 Fortnite World Champions, Aqua and Nyrox.
Question, ça va s'enlever ou pas?
The stage is set. It's time to bring out the players.
I went to the Fortnite program because I wanted to do like a little bit of research on like what the stage and production's like and see how the fans react and how loud they do it. I hope World Cup will be just like that, or but like even louder.
I'm excited. It's gonna be all packed, like really like weird.
I could maybe use that to my advantage when it comes to game day. My name's Keenan Santos. My alias is Rux.
Alex is fantastic. He's been performing crazy.
Je suis loin de la zone. Oh oui.
Perfect
Bon,
timing
du coup, on
there.
va pas fouiller la zone, on va y aller.
Rex, you are
On va pas
ridiculous.
perdre de temps. Je vais prendre le levage.
I'm 24 and I moved in with my grandparents when I'm 17. My grandparents supported me by giving me a roof over my head and food on the table while I pursue my dream of pro gaming.
That's it, boy. I tell you, you something else.
Yep. Working hard.
My grandfather used to be a professional baseball player and he used to play for Kansas City Royals. He played center field and he was a 5-time All-Star.
I'm famous Amos Otis. I'm Keenan's grandfather, and I keep him in line.
I watched plenty of videos online, him hitting home runs and I looked up to him.
He was very into the video games. Once he became Rux, he was professional.
I practice 12 hours a day at least. I dedicate all my time in perfecting my edits, perfecting my builds, practicing my aim especially. Since I'm 24, I don't have the high mechanics of like a 14-year-old, so I wait for other people to make mistakes. I may be a little slower, but I'm more precise. I don't miss my shots.
I just like playing baseball. I didn't like batting though when I was growing up.
Yeah, because the ball will hit your bat. It hurts your hand instead of the bat hitting the ball.
The support from my grandfather is pretty huge. He's always been there for me. And I hope to be as successful in Fortnite as he was in baseball.
This is Hollywood.
Trying to make you proud.
It's very proud, very proud. And I think the most important thing is you got to have the passion, dedicated and the work ethics to be successful. And my grandson has that. Love you, sir.
I love you too.
I was very proud of him, still proud of him. Win or lose, I'm proud of him.
My grandfather had fans watching him play baseball. So when he hits a home run, we all cheer. I hope that fans will be cheering my name, especially when I
Bah voilà, ça va être bien ça.
Welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup. We're here today for the duos competition.
10 weeks of competition leads to this.
Ouais, ça va commencer.
Fortnite World Cup
Le championnat va commencer.
duo competition begins right now. Teammate to be at 30 health. The wall comes through, trying to spray it, and it's not gonna happen. Zayn and Saf, 2 versus 1. Will they take game number 1? Yes, they will! Zexro and Vinny spraying from the high ground. It's a 2 versus 1. The player right on the edge of the zone. The shockwave into the air. And he's going to drop on down to height for the moment. The spray coming on in. It's not enough.
What? La zone elle est loin. Hein?
Still looking for the replacement here. He gets it on land. Takes the wall. 184.
The double snipe combination. Calculator and Macwood. They're holding the high ground. And that's the victory royale.
I want to see where we stand here. The best players we've ever seen in any lobby, literally ever. And we're here along with literally 18,000 people at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Nyrox takes out Falconer down low, and he's wrestling with everyone. But Nyrox is out. Oh no, he does manage to get the elimination, and he gets the victory royale.
Aqua, Nyrox looking to pick up the first World Cup back-to-back victory royale. Pressure coming on in, they drop down low, the tag's coming. Oh my gosh! Oh, the 150! 1 versus 1, Arkram versus the player up top. There's just no way. 4ZR will take the final game. The results are in. Congratulations to the first ever Fortnite World Champions.
3 millions d'euros qu'ils ont gagnés. Waouh. Ah, je voudrais bien les avoir les sous.
The win and $3 million.
How do you feel, buddy?
I don't know what to say. This is crazy.
I don't know what we just pulled up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jonesies, Bonesies, and everyone in between, welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup Finals. Today it will be the solos competition after 2 years of Fortnite action and so many qualifiers.
Oh là là. C'est quoi là aujourd'hui j'ai? Ils sont combien aussi? Ah ils sont 2. Je peux rien faire quand je suis tout seul moi. Chasse au sexe soir, c'est quoi? On va essayer, tiens. On va tester.
$100 players remain. And they're all fighting for their share of the $15 million prize pool. We've already given away $18 million between the creative and the duos competition yesterday, as well as the charity portion for the Pro-Am, and they all want to be in that top spot. First place walking away with $3 million in prize money, but for most of them, it's about the title. They want to be in the top spot. They want the clout. They want the recognition. They want to say, I am the ultimate Victor Royale.
So we're going to go ahead and join the players on the floor in the Arthur Ashe Stadium. They're ready. We're going to go ahead with our first group of contestants. It is Booga, Bizzle, Commandment, Vivid, Cease, Snow, Riverson, Leleo, and Dubs.
Now these were the players who qualified out of NA East, NA West, and Brazil during the first week. The ones who rose to the occasion right away, cemented themselves in there, and didn't have to worry about it. And right away, how can you not call out the NA East Titans of Bizzle, Vivid, and Cease? Been around forever, and Cease, more importantly, we said He deserved more recognition. He was one of the best. And what did he do yesterday? Third place to elevate. He's looking ready to go, but Dubs is also ready. Him and Mega had an incredible performance yesterday, and they're looking to represent on the stage.
Allez, go, on va. Able to do that, of course, at the top of the list is Booga. A lot of people are looking forward to see what he can do on a LAN environment in this stage. So Dubs had it in, or we're going to check in with Jordan Fisher on the floor. Let's go.
Thank you so much. Family and fans going on. Jordan Fisher, I've got Dubs right
Je comprends pas le système du jeu.
During the qualifiers, ranked first, second, and series for 3 weeks of solos, and as well, let's go, and placed in the duos as well. Duos compared to yesterday's games.
The energy is insane here, and like it's just the most amazing experience.
Fantastic. We're really excited to see you play today. Now, you and your partner Mega did an incredible job yesterday. Did you guys see them play together yesterday? It was amazing. It was amazing. You placed 7th in the duos competition yesterday. Are you changing up your strategy at all?
No, I'll pretty much be doing the same strat for late game, trying to get
Ouais, il y a dehors des armes, mais je sais pas où.
Great job. Love it. Can't wait to see. Bala, who's next?
Thank you so much.
Jordan Fisher,
Ah, c'est moi qui les ai les armes.
Those are our NA East, NA West, and Brazil competitions for the first week. We're going to continue forward into EU, Oceania, and Asia, starting with Stompy, Gennaro, Bella EU, Letwick, Nate, Diego, DRG, Slayer,
Voilà.
Fox, and at the end, Benji Fisher.
And another group that is very top heavy. These were the players who took advantage of it right away. We got to see Stompy yesterday. Not necessarily the performance he wanted, but he'll be coming out in force today. And then we also definitely need to talk about Maxbox. His ability to turn heads, qualifying multiple times in the solo format, being so close to duos, and he has, if not the possible highest mechanical ceiling and rifling skills out of any of these solo players.
We also see Slayer down in the bottom.
D'accord.
A number of clips in terms of his aim. He's one of the best mechanical players for aiming. And here, what you say about him? We're gonna go ahead and take a look.
On doit tirer sur ces trucs vivants. Alors tu les vois pas tous.
My name is Benji Fish. I'm 15 years old. I live in Masterful. I'm gonna play a lot.
Playing for his family, his mom, and trying to do everything he can to make an even bigger name for himself. But speaking of bigger names for themselves, this next group has so many top titles, starting off there with Tfue, and then following up, Unknown Army, Diddle, Funk, Psalm, Clicks, Epic Whale, Harp, Lasers, and Kurtz. I mean, Bala. What can we say about these players?
A lot of huge names. Of course, we'll start with Tfue. Qualifying number 3 was one of the most memorable moments out of the entire Fortnite World Cup Online Opens. And what a story it was. No delay, slayed out and qualified.
Was able to play very well in the LAN environment, has taken that title at TwitchCon. Let's not forget about somebody else who was there yesterday on the stage and is looking to continue to roll it forward. Psalm as well, another player who is a big competitive veteran coming from a MOBA background, transitioning into Fortnite and showing his ability to break it down.
Bon, on les trouve pas tous, hein.
The meta farther, and then you have the 2 young warriors out of Clicks and Epic Whale, known for taking walls, taking names, and pressing forward, doing everything they can to stop their opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. Clicks, one of the players who has fully qualified for both solos
Bon,
and
bah
duos.
j'en ai.
And at the end, Kurtz out of Brazil. We're going to continue forward with him and go ahead and listen to some of the stuff he's
Salut Pascal.
preparing for ahead of the competition.
Bon, je quitte le mode ce jeu-là. Ça m'intéresse pas vraiment. Bonjour aux personnes qui arrivent. Salut Pascal. C'était là.
Aggressive, but we talked about LOL Boom, we talked about wanting to represent his family and what it means to him. Let's hear a little bit about that from him.
Hi, my name is Lolboom. I'm a the solo Fortnite World Cup. Every week was really intense. I didn't expect myself to qualify for the solos. It was just unbelievable. What I love about competitive Fortnite is the players around it. Everyone's so nice. Those people are
C'est un peu chiant leur truc là.
I don't really feel any pressure on me. I just really focus on this moment and this tournament, and hopefully I do good and bring back home one of the best Fortnite players in the world. I'd like to thank my parents, my brothers especially, and also the viewers that stuck up with me and who are loyal to me.
C'est en direct sur YouTube en plus, alors du coup, sur Fortnite c'est un peu chiant. Ah! Ah mince! Ah, ça arrive des fois.
Striving forward, someone who was originally seen in the skirmishes, but now wants to perform on the main stage. On to our next group, representing out of NA East, NA West, and Brazil. Road Shark, Colorful, Mega, Bucky, Class, Rux, Pizzas, and States.
I just want to talk about Bucky because I know we've talked about it a lot. I know we've talked about on broadcast that video of him qualifying, his dad in the background coaching him, and he's here today by himself. He has performed on the stage before back at the Summer Block Party. He did quite well there and had a good time on the stage, so we'll see. That was a little bit of a less competition. It was for charity. This today is for $50 million total.
And he's going to want to be pushing the pace,
Ah bah oui, ça arrive ça.
like this. Class extremely analytical.
Bon, j'ai fait une game de merde là aujourd'hui. Et sinon, comment tu vas, Pascal?
I know very little about Pizzas. It's so hard to find information on. We've got to go through the VOD reviews, but he is somebody in one of the few true wild cards, and I'm very interested to see what happens when you run into him. And now we're going to actually get a chance to talk with Zay, who we saw him and Sap have an amazing performance today. Let's see what he's feeling ahead of the competition. Jordan, what do you have for us?
You are not wrong, Sundown. One of the best and most dominant duo players standing right next to me in Zayd.
Je pense qu'elle ment un peu à tout le monde et le problème, il faut qu'elle se remette un peu en question. Et après, elle se sentira un peu mieux. Je pense que c'est ça que tu veux dire aussi.
What was your mentality going into duos yesterday?
So we kept the same mentality, same strategies for every single game. After the 3 games, the 3 first games, we had 38 points, so we're really confident. So we didn't change anything. A lot of unfortunate things happened, so we finished with 6 points in the last 3 games and we got 4th. After being first for 5 games in a row, really want to win it, so it felt kind of bad, but still.
Understandable. I mean, at the end of the day, though, Fortnite, this is the biggest payouts, right? Like, we're seeing some amazing payouts here. 4th place is still very much a win, I would think, to a lot of people. Now, going into the solos tournaments today, obviously you've been performing very consistently over the course of the last year of Fortnite comps. You're faced up against a lot of incredible regions all over the world, and there's a lot of different play styles here. What's your mentality going into some of these fights?
For solos, I'm going to play like I've been playing for the past year. I'm going to be confident. I play best when I'm confident.
Absolutely. Well, we see this confidence. We're going to see it again today. Unreal Island, what do you have next for us?
Thank you so much, Jordan. And what surprised me there is Zayd. I mean, it's not surprising at all. He's a true competitor. He won, placed in 4th place yesterday, and he's very disappointed about that. You can see it on his face.
Definitely felt it wasn't good enough. He said, hey, we wanted it all. We wanted the top spot. With Zayd, we've seen it in the past. That means he's going forward. But now on to our next group, because these competitors are here to also challenge for the top spot. We have Link, Peter Pan, Lechi, Yarkos, Plusha, Mr. Savage, Snazy, Smeef, Blaster, and Issa.
Yeah, the beginning of this group that you mentioned, Lechi, one of the most amazing controller players I've ever seen out of Germany, and he was so methodical and so good at the end game. It was unbelievable. The tunneling skills and able to be so aware. I can't be more impressed by Lechi.
Yes, and even in the qualification round, he said, hey, I got the spot. He was almost the first controller qualifier to get in, missed it by 1 place, and that next week when he came back to back solo trap eliminations to just flex on the entirety of Europe. Also rounding out the group, something we saw yesterday was Plusha. He's going to have the time to be on the stage as well as Mr. Savage. They're there, but let's talk about the other controller player making his first trip over here. It is Ghost Issa, the original controller gang, and we had a chance to talk with him ahead of the competition. Let's hear what he had to say.
For solos in week 5. It's been 10 stressful weeks, a lot of ups and downs. It's been pretty good. When I qualified, I was so happy. I had a rough 10 games. I think I played 5 games out and died like 4 times off spawn. So I was so happy when I qualified. I instantly called my mom and was like, hey, I qualified. I think it's nice that the open qualifiers, literally everyone can qualify.
Oui, si, ouais, ça va. Bah, avec des otites, Rhino et une engine. On le fait avec.
Meeting everyone is the nicest part. My advice would be just keep grinding. That's how you get better. Watch better player play, like watch Mongols, bots, whatever, and just keep grinding. That's the only way you can make it.
Incredible story coming out of Issa, looking to represent and looking to do as much damage as possible. You know he's here to take names. Now on to the next group, where you have a lot of what I would consider dark horse contenders. Very talented players you don't hear enough about. It's Nyx, King, Clarity G, Astonish, Lunez, Jenkins, Batch, Pika, Storm, and Reverse 2K.
I just want to point out, Astonish's outfit is unbelievably incredible. He has slippers on that have claws on them.
No, those aren't slippers. He's in a full onesie and then has the jersey over. You can check him out on Twitter. Also known for one of the coolest fling knock plays we've ever seen. One of my favorite calls, but also have to talk about Nyx and King. Both playing yesterday in the duels, didn't necessarily get the results they wanted. but they're both known as much stronger individual players. They play much better when they're able to go crazy and do the game plan that they want to do.
And in the bottom right there, you see Storm, also known as 4DR Storm. He's one of the players who fully qualified for both solos and duos, and even with this duo partner, Epic Whale, later on. We do also have Reverse 2K on the bottom half of this group. He is on the floor with Jordan Fisher. What do you got?
Standing next to me is Reverse 2K, one of the most gifted mechanically in terms of his aim, his building sense, his speed, everything.
Oh là là, mais je peux rien mettre mes armes, moi.
Love and look up to personally, and I think for a lot of people here as well. Now, you've already told us that you're dropping pressure, which is where you dropped in your qualifying week, which is a very smart move, I think, in my opinion. Now, are you planning on keeping a strict rotation schedule? Are you going to be able to be flexible?
We're going to be able to flex more. I know Ninja and I duo spot is Lagoon, so that's my hometown, so we might drop there.
Very comfortable there. Matt up really quickly with some wood right there, those masks. Now another thing that I love about you, Reverse, you're so vocal and so positive in social media, and a lot of people are supporting you and loving you, very much behind you in this journey. How does it feel to have so much support from Fortnite fans and others that are watching your streams and so
Oh, cool, un
It
lama.
was amazing. This Fortnite game
D'être le seul en plus
definitely a
ici.
mental game. If you lose your mind, you're going to lose the game, so a lot of sport helps.
Absolutely. Well, we love you, man. I'm excited to see you perform today. Bala, Sundown, who's next?
Ok, à plus.
Thank you so much, Jordan. A lot of people from home rooting for Reverse 2K. He's made quite a fan base and a lot of people supporting him. We're going to continue forward back in the stadium. We do have our next group, Hook J, Arius. We also have our one of Duo's champion from yesterday. It's Aqua. And then Martine, Irus, Robabs, Skylar, Kinstar, and Kinzel.
I mean, can't forget about Flexi and the X2 twins rounding out the group there, but all eyes are on Aqua, and deservedly so. Nyrock said yesterday, hey, we won because Aqua is a beast. Aqua in his interview said, we're just gonna win, and what did he say last night afterwards? He's like, you know, might around mess
on a
around
français.
and solos as well. He is a
Deux.
he is that
Nickel.
skilled. But another player who has that very similar attitude is Eros, somebody who is a controller player, swapped over from console to PC, and I had one fan particularly reach out. He's like, hey, I watch him all the time. He doesn't care about anyone else. Whoever is going, he is flying at them. He wants to be known as one of the most skilled players out there, and then you have to talk about Keemstar.
And at the bottom of that list there, we also have Flexi, who played yesterday in the duos competition. One of the actual fully qualified duos with his partner, Letwick, who's playing as well. He's just amazing. His qualifying run actually was one of the most mechanically skilled things I've ever seen, but also what a struggle it was. He had so many setbacks in that week that he qualified that I almost thought that he wasn't going to make it. It was going to be one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever seen.
But he was able to clutch up in the end and get to his spot. Plenty of French representation coming out there. Of course, Keemstar been around from the very beginning, able to compete on the stage as well. Robob's up there, and then we have to talk about the X2 twins. Jordan representing down south, known originally as one of the first veterans out there. We're gonna toss it to a quick little video to see kind of what they're all about and what they were thinking about going into the competition.
I'm twins and I'm from Brisbane, Australia. I've played LAN, I've played online, I've played the Australian Open, I've played at Poland internationally. I really like LANs. It's a different setting because there's people actually watching you as opposed to just people watching online. I think I'm definitely getting better with it with the more LANs I do. It doesn't really sink in until you actually land here and you get here like, oh, I'm actually in New York. It is definitely a cool experience. I like to listen to music before I play and try and treat it as if I was at home just playing any other scrim. You've got to put work into it. Sometimes you might have to get a little bit lucky with like qualifying and stuff. Like that's a part of it, but you can create your own luck through grinding and just work. It's really cool meeting the people and like experiencing it with them and learning from each other. People that can keep their calm, they definitely come through.
Jordan going to be doing everything he can to push forward and be at the top. And now we're into the qualifiers who qualified in the final week. The week 9 ones, the last chance qualifiers. When everything was on the line, they made it here. It's Clipnote, Cosmic, Tuzi, Aspect, Hornet, Creo, Legedian, Harrian's Evil Mare in Arcrim 1X.
Clip Node, one of the players out of Brazil who, you know, he was there every single week, just in the top 10, not quite reaching that final top 1 spot, which is the spot per week for Brazil, but he finally did it in the final week. That shows he is clutch.
Yes, the Argentinian was all about it, and we have to talk about Aspect. Him and Ana were the original favorites going into the qualifiers, kind of slid off the pace a little bit, had to swap up their drop spots. In the final week, he rocketed up in the lead with 60 points, but the issue was he finished his games early. Everyone else had an extra half hour. He had to sit there watching the leaderboard for an hour, but when all was said and done, he got the final spot. He'll be playing on that stage, and he'll be looking to take everyone's walls.
That 17 elimination game to qualify was definitely memorable from Aspect, but Arcrim 1X also had a memorable performance yesterday in the duo finals. We're going to go ahead and catch up with him on the floor.
Dominant performance from Arcrim for sure. Standing next to me here, another one of the most talented. I mean, I say this over and over again. It's because I'm surrounded by the best Fortnite players literally in the entire world. Definitely one of them here, repping the NA West. Over there, a lot of psycho players. Now, Arcrim, you qualified for the World Cup in the first week of duos and in the last week of solos. Your preparation for both of these things definitely is very different. How have you compared in comparison to yesterday, claiming that 5th spot, which was unbelievable, guys? Preparing for solos today is very
Bonsoir, comment tu vas?
Strategized for this.
Well, I try to prepare my mentality a lot
Comment tu
better
vas?
than yesterday, and I know it's gonna.
Nickel. Bah moi pas trop, avec une angine et des otites. On va le faire avec, hein.
There from Blacks, absolutely incredible. Again, remember, these are the guys who qualified in the final week. And I do have to point out, and Greta was one of the players who did so. What an amazing performance. Was one of the few players who was extremely
Ah, ça arrive, hein, on tombe malade même l'hiver, hein. Même l'été plutôt. L'hiver, oula. C'est un peu normal l'hiver, mais l'été c'est un peu moins, mais ça arrive. Ah t'inquiète pas, j'ai été au médecin, j'ai un antibiotique, hein. Je suis sous antibiotique, hein.
What more? I mean, there's literally so much. I could talk about this guy forever. One of the most mechanically skilled players I have ever seen. So fast with his decisions, you really can't keep up. Sometimes I even have to watch him in slow motion because it's just so ridiculously fast.
And you could see his reactions on the camera, how much he cares, how much he is invested, how much he wants to be the best of the best, just as does Skype, the player from
Pas vraiment ce...
tendinitis in his wrist, qualifying through. We're going to throw it down to the floor to Jordan and a translator.
Je dois les prendre à des heures régulières et je les prends pas. Toi normalement je dois le prendre là maintenant, mais je l'ai pas sur moi. Je suis dans ma chambre gaming, du coup, et c'est dans mon salon.
Avec un concours de cette nature, il y a beaucoup évidemment.
Donc j'ai pas le temps de les prendre là.
Vous gérez un peu la situation.
Je m'entraîne et
Le matin c'est à 7h qu'il faut que je les prenne. Moi à 7h je dors. Car je me couche très tard la nuit.
How are you strategizing for solos today?
Tu es un des meilleurs joueurs du monde, tu as beaucoup d'expérience, etc. Mais en même temps, ça c'est une compétition nouvelle. Comment est-ce que tu t'es organisé pour la stratégie de cette Coupe du Monde?
de jouer mon jeu, de pas stresser et j'essaie de m'adapter à la méta actuelle et voilà.
I try not to stress out, I try to sleep well, eat well, and I try to think how I'm going to really play the game.
Lovely. And that allows you composure, right? Then you can dominate. Love it, Skype. Back to you guys at Unreal Island.
Ouais, mais bon, j'aime mieux passer du temps sur mon PC et augmenter ma qualité de jeu et augmenter.
Top the semifinal and then top the final. It put him on the map and now he's here competing on the main stage, which is set for everyone who is here. But all of you guys at home, make sure you're using Fortnite.com/watch. Go check the website out. There's a more kind of tailored viewing experience. There's ability to unlock additional items in game. And on top of that, for somebody who's super analytical, there's a map stream. There's an individual player stream. You want to see the spotlighted players, T-Fewer Dubs, they'll be on there. You want to see the best players from Asia, they'll be on there. Best players from Brazil, they'll be on there. Make sure you go and utilize this tool, whether you're trying to get better at Fortnite or just want to watch what you want to watch. We want to give you every possible potential way to increase your viewing experience, and let us know if there's anything else you want added in there. We're always looking to improve because we're lining in stats. We got the map. I mean, what more can you want?
J'arrête la boule, ça me saoule.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely going to check it out when I get home. I'm going to go back and watch those because I need to see every little detail for some of these guys who are going to perform on this stage. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, and I can't wait to do that.
I mean, this is what is going to allow these guys to push up into the prizing. I mean, just look at some of those numbers. Of course, everyone who made it here, $50,000 going through. But once you push into that top group, you'll start seeing a little bit of a pay bump. But ultimately, at the top, it's about the $3 million. It's about being the best of the world and being crowned the world champion solo baller. This is what it's all about.
This is what it's all about. We're moments away from getting inside the stage and getting ready to launch the Fortnite World Cup Solos competition.
100 of the best players, every single one is be here. Are you ready for the Fortnite World Cup Finals? Let's start the show!
Ouais, merci. Bon, allez.
What's up, Fortnite World Cup? How we feeling today? Come on! Let me see everybody's hands up. Come on! Put your hands up.
Ok, Dak. Étage, le coffre.
How's everybody feeling today? Make some noise. If you know this, let me hear you sing it. Let's go. Hey, I work hard every month.
I just want to say thank you to Fortnite, thank you to Epic Games for having me out today. If you guys know this next song, let me hear you sing along. Let's go.
Lately, I've been thinking. I want you to be happier. When the morning comes and we see what we've become. In the cold light of day, we're a flame in the wind, not the fire that we begun. Every argument, every word we can't take back. Cause with all that has happened, I think that we both know the way that the story ends.
Sing it if you know it.
Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I want to raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking. I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. And when the evening falls, and I'm left there with my thoughts, and the image of someone else, well, it's eating me up inside. But we ran our course, we pretended we're okay. Now if we jump together, at least we can swim far away from the wreck we made.
Come on.
Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I want to raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking. I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. So I'll go.
I want to see everybody's phone flashlights out right now. Everybody put your phones up right now. Put your phones up right now. Put them up. Everybody follow me like this.
Lately, I've been thinking. I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. Even though I might not like this, I think that you'll be happier. I want you to be happier.
Let's go.
Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I want to raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking. I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. So
I just want to say thank you again to Fortnite. And good luck to all the players today competing. Have a good day. Thank you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Marshmallow! I tell you, I've opened up for a few DJs in my career, by far the best one, hands down. Guys, this is incredible stuff here. I'm Golden Boy, your host, and this is the moment that we have been waiting for. 10 weeks have culminated to this point right here in New York City, Arthur Ashe Stadium. This packed house. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a round of applause for being here with us today. Without you, this is not possible. But now it's all about these players up on this stage. And this right here, the trophy and the title of being the Fortnite World Champion. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. I want to get into these games as soon as possible, but I think we gotta ramp up the excitement just a little bit more.
no pain, no
think about what's at stake here for these players, so much on the line. And we crowned 2 Fortnite World Champions yesterday, but that was duos competition. And today, these people are riding solo. And it's about that trophy, being able to raise this right in front of everyone here in New York City and walking away with $3 million in prizes. History will be made, lives will change. Now, I know that you guys want to hear from some of our players as well. There's one player in particular that I think each and every person in this arena wants to hear from. Jordan.
Oh là là.
The legend.
Aïe aïe aïe. Pourquoi j'avais le snipe à ce moment-là? Ah, il restait 5 HP. Ah, les boules. Ah, les boules. Ah, j'avais fait une belle game là. Bonjour aux personnes qui arrivent.
Gentlemen in the Arthur Ashe Stadium, let me hear you. No. Come on, ladies and gentlemen.
Ah, l'autre, je l'aurais pu l'avoir en surprise et en beauté.
This is the Fortnite World Cup Finals, and let's send it over to your casters for the first set of games. It's Courage and Dr. Lupo.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The Fortnite World Cup Finals Solos competition kicks off today, and I could not be more excited. I'm still sweating from the marshmallow performance we just saw, but
absolutely,
Dr. Lupo, this is going to be a darn good time.
100 of the best solo players the world has ever seen in Fortnite are today playing for $15 million in Jack. First place takes home $3 million, which is the largest individual prize for any player in esports ever up until this point. You realize that? That is ridiculous.
Pretty long history. Lives will be changed today, as we know it's been happening throughout the weekend. And we've seen the best competitors in the world go up in creative, obviously in the Pro-Am, in the solos or duos competition, and now it is time for solos. We're going to go through the format, the prizing for everyone at home so you can get caught up to speed. Millions tuned in throughout the weekend so far, and even more we'll be watching here today. So fast, we'll break down the rules for everyone at home. It's not your normal Fortnite game we're going to be playing.
Oh no, it is not. Especially if you've watched any competitive gameplay over the past. On your screen right now is the format. This is solo, so the top 25 placement will get you 3 placement points. Top 15 is 5. If you make it all the way to top 5, that's 7 points. And that coveted victory royale, of which there will only be 6 today, is worth 10 points. But on top of that, it's not just about placement. Every single elimination is an additional point. Those are going to add up, and we're going to see exactly how things play out over 6 games. Those 6 games, we had those scores up. Jack, what's the take-home? I know. Just read it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, first place today wins $3 million US. If you get second, third, or fourth, your prize money you're winning is also above the 1 million mark.
Oh, bah c'est nickel ça, je suis dans la zone.
Too upset with fifth place either at 900 grand, but you see, top 20 all earn $112,500 or more. And guess what? Just because they made it here today, everyone on the stage will win $50,000 for their efforts across the last few months of competition. But I can tell you the prize money is sweet. It's great going up against the best in the world, but that right there, the coveted trophy on your screen and the title of Fortnite World Champion, the first ever solo World Champion, is what's on all these players' minds.
You have to remember, too, over the course of the 10 weeks of qualifiers, we had 40 million players throw their name in the pot to try and make their way to the top 100 here in New York City. And of those 100, only one gets first place. Only one takes home the trophy. And I'm going to say this is mine just from watching him play over the last few days. Duos didn't go exactly how I wanted things to go, but I'm looking forward to seeing Benchy Fishy rise above and just put on a good show for everybody. He's an excellent player, one of the best mechanically we've ever seen. His awareness is insane. What about you? Who do you have, Jack?
There's so many talented players. You know, we've been comparing drop spots. We've been comparing how they performed yesterday. We talked about LAN experience and how much the nerves can get to them. Arkham is someone that showed up yesterday on stage, performed quite well, placing in the top 5. I think that today, with where he's dropped at, who he's going up against, he could put on a good showing, but we want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Send us your thoughts. Who do you predict to win? We've also talked to many of the people here in the venue about who they've got coming out on top. Let's take a look.
Fortnite Solo World Cup Finals winner is Ghost Bizzle.
My picks to win solos has got to be this guy. Better.
I feel like Young Calculator or Clicks is gonna win.
I want to see Benji Fish take the damn solos.
Tifu's gonna win. Tifu's gonna win.
It's gonna be between Clicks and Tifu, so it's gonna be Clicks though.
Probably Bizzle, because he has the most experience.
I think Bizzle has a good chance.
En solo, je dirais Booga, je pense.
Tifu's gonna win.
Fact Fox.
Je pense que la solo, c'est Benji Fish.
Bizzle is just the most consistent player, and he's at the top right now, so I'd say Bizzle.
I'd probably say Bizzle too, because he has a lot of LAN experience and all that.
My prediction for the Solo World Cup champion is Dove.
People continuing to pile on in here to the Arthur Ashe Stadium live from New York City. Dr. Lupo, our games are almost ready to kick things off, but there's so many ways you can watch this weekend. Obviously, your normal streaming platforms, but a new initiative as well from Fortnite, a new way to watch on Fortnite.com/watch. There's some unique stats, as well as all sorts of feeds you can watch from. It's a viewing experience with real-time stats at different points of view in game. Head to Fortnite.com/watch. Channel, a dedicated map channel, and 10 rotating options covering a selection of diverse players. You see there on your screen exactly up to on game 3. You play Spotlight, you Shannon, you want to twin play there. You've got dedicated feeds as well.
It's absolutely amazing, but Jack, everybody here wants to see the first game, and I've got good news. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fortnite World Cup Solo Championship is about to begin here at Arthur Ashe Stadium. I need you to get as loud as you possibly can. 100 of the best players in the entire world are about to face off for
J'ai eu chaud aux fesses.
$1 million. Jack, guess what?
Va falloir que je me protège là.
Players, the battle bus is loaded. 6, 5, 4, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Game 1 of 6 officially underway, and on your screen, all 100 players. Arguably the biggest day of their entire lives. The average age of competitors, just 16 years old. If you're a younger fan here in the audience, you dream of one day being here. If you're the same age, you look to your peers as people to look up to and aspire to be.
Il a cru jouer avec moi, lui?
If you're a parent, I'm sure you can imagine what's going through these kids' minds. Here we go, folks. Tifu on your screen. Block has been his place forever, Dr. Lupo, and he is not shying away here in game number 1.
I had a chance earlier during warm-ups to talk to Tifu about this landing zone. The opinion was basically, I don't care who else lands here. I'm going to take it. I'm going to clear out every other opponent there and roll on through. He's got a chance to go up the hill potentially for ballers if those remain uncontested. He has a free legendary chest right here in the middle. And look at the inventory already. Blue pump shotgun, gold tactical AR, gold standard AR, a mini
eu des bons,
bandages.
un
He's got
coffre.
brick for days here. The resources are incredible. A loadout already. He just needs some mobility. Maybe drop one of the ARs depending on ammunition at a certain point. Gotta find some shadow bombs. Even the redeploy might be worth it. We'll see if he swaps out. He actually puts down that tac AR and grabs a purple grenade launcher.
And the zone right there as
Il
well.
y a des bananes là, on va manger des bananes.
Land here, that's Clipnode, so it's going to be T2 versus Clipnode for control of the block, unless Clipnode decides to say, whoa,
rotate away.
I've got a lot of respect for that gameplay. He knows block as well. Clipnode always landing here too. Will go ahead and fall away, and folks, I think as a sign of respect for Tfue as a player, they have forfeited the rest of block to this man, as he's already at 190 total HP, and a fantastic inventory. Rotating here towards Fatal Fields. Class on your screen. Bucky there as well. Class. We talked about yesterday. If you play Fortnite, you know that in the Fatal Fields core maze, there is loot. Well, guess what?
Just floor spawns all over.
Typically, you and I, I'm sure, Ben, break all the corn
100%.
down. We farm it on up. These players know the exact route of where the loot is while it's hidden in the corn because they've studied this area of the map so much. It's the little things that make the biggest differences. Class right now looting, and no one has any clue where he is.
J'ai cru que j'allais être foutu, hein.
There's 2 chests spawned here, plus any of the floor loot possible along the way. Little side stalls, so quite a bit of wood to farm up. He's got a couple of forests. He's got the fork knife quarry there, plus the ship up top. He can take that slip all the way to the top. He's got an opportunity to travel basically uncontested early game, unless somebody maybe gets a couple shots from distance. Meanwhile, over here at Mega Mall, Pika and Star hanging out inside the shops. Quite a few chests, a lot of verticality inside. Tends to lead to audio-based fights. Try and figure out whether your opponent is above or below, and how much these players play. They're
Bonjour aux personnes qui arrivent.
Stacey there as well. First stink bomb coming on through. Doesn't actually wind up connecting with too much. 16 builds in total. Now remember, we do play with siphon settings on, so if you get an elimination, you earn 50 HP. So if you're at 74 total health, you'll gain 26 HP to go to max and 24 shield. Also, when you get the elimination, even if the opponent has 0 materials, they'll still drop 50 of each material type. So there's a lot of, especially early game reward, Dr. Lupo, in securing some of these eliminations.
Now, Snazy right now with the top down on his opponent, it looked like he's trying to use the stinks and that proximity grenade launcher just to try and find even one hit, which at this point with such low ammunition, he's out of stinks now. He still has the 3 proxy grenade launcher shots. He's kind of burning through resources.
Je remercie les personnes qui mettent les pouces. Ça fait très plaisir de participer.
No tags quite yet, minus a little bit of HP with Stink earlier. Snazy's not a ton of materials, 18 builds. At some point, he's going to have to opt to either push this or rotate away. Now might be the time to rotate away unless he wants to push the line. We'll see here.
Oh wait, actually,
not even an upgrade. Never mind, he already has a gold combat number 4 slot there.
Rien là.
Snazy Bug is separating from each other a little bit, not necessarily pressuring. Early game pressure in game 1 of 6 for World Cup Solo to be. Siphon for a shot, the heavy snipe. Where it goes, and not quite enough. Although this is just fine. Snazy sneaks away. Higher floors of that north side building.
Yeah, Booga winds up seeing that middle cherry blossom tree get knocked down, and a lot of times in competitive games, players will just hit the trees down to 50 total HP left, and they will quickly remove them from the map. The animation of the tree breaking gives away your position, so you want to make sure you stay a little bit more hidden in your games at home. Only break trees down to 50 total health left, and leave them. You'll get a ton of materials, but you'll also still remain as hidden as possible. Benji Fishy, a player with very high expectations for not only himself, but from the community here this weekend. Did play yesterday, I believe, placed 14th with his duo, Mr. Savage. The first stink bomb comes on through, and with that damage. It looks like Benji Fishy wants a fight, but unfortunately does take 50 immediately from the back, and will go ahead and just give up his position for long.
A little bit of frustration on his face, and I can't blame him. Shots is attempting to push a little bit by Pleasant Park, still inside the safe zone. Away from this. Have to happen just yet. We'll see. Nate takes an opportunity, rotates all the way across to that treehouse building in the southwest corner. Meanwhile, southwest of the entire map, Crew not alone down here. A little bit of a build fight back and forth, and they are not inside the zone. 91 players remain right now. Only 9 have gone down. It's early in the game. It's going to stay very, very high in the player count. Crew maybe waiting to see if that edit comes through. Doesn't quite. Storm waiting inside. We see this all the time. Just holding the edit inside the pyramid. Yep. He doesn't want to step out, potentially get shot. Back down. Wiki in a 1v1. King on the defensive. At this point, he might have the high ground. The shotgun shot in right before the ramp can go down.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, okay. No. And you see King work right there yesterday when we had a little bit of a...
Oh là là. Bon, bah c'est pas grave. Piégé. Donc voilà. Bonjour aux personnes qui arrivent. Je remercie toutes les personnes qui mettent des petits pouces. Ça fait très plaisir.
In Vivid in the elimination feed, picking up his first elip.
Starting to move. We have 56 seconds. My apologies before the next circle closes, and it is a big crunch to the center of the map. You might not be able to see in the bottom right there, but folks, it is just northeast centered from Neo Tilted. Everyone is going to get pushed together in the city. Let's see here. Dubs. Confident play, trying to push from the outside of Flint. His opponent to rotate away, and Dubs does not want to let them go. 46 back-to-back hits, and he can't find a bead on Evil Mare. Goes down out here, the old Greasy Grove Ice Lake.
And you see Evil Mare still just in total about 80 HP. Got the 50 back for the elimination, so when you calculate it, really only had about 30 health left. So Dubs so close, but not able to connect with that final combat shotgun shot. And Dr. Lupo, look at this inventory for Riverson, for Team Liquid. 6 shots.
Et je remercie aussi aux 2 personnes qui mettent des pouces rouges. Je les remercie beaucoup. Ça m'aide quand même à avancer.
Storm Surge is coming to play, and Dr. Lupo, we haven't really touched on that yet today. Inform the viewers at home as to exactly what this is.
So Storm Surge is a mechanic to prevent players from potentially sitting and not engaging in fights. If there are a certain number of players at this point, when there's over 70 when this circle closes, people are going to start to take 25 damage every tick. That's 5 seconds. Yep. Unless they are over the threshold for the amount of damage done in the lobby. It's a way to encourage players to get engaged in fights without having to force anybody to do. You can't really just sit still the entire time. You've got to get engaged, get involved with what's going on.
And it ends when we go below that threshold. This threshold, we drop below 70 players. So will remain in play right now until 69 players is reached. You see Booga with an elimination, Blaster with one as well. Players above the damage threshold sitting pretty right now, but players who are below it, they're frantically searching
What?
for
La
damage
zone
they
où
can
aller?
do to try to get themselves in a
Ouais,
safe
bah on va se
spot.
barrer hein.
Aqua on your screen, one of the World Cup duo
Ah bah non, j'ai des quads,
champions
ça va être
from
bon.
yesterday. Just outside. Dusty Divot shots inside here, colorful, trying to rotate back away. Doesn't want to quite get caught just yet. Those splashes, by the way, one of the best healing items in the game right now in scrimmages, competitive Fortnite. An instant throw to one HP or shield if it's across both. May not be able to get this off quite yet. It's got to cancel.
He did.
Oh, he did indeed. Yep. Birds applying pressure from the side. Not a lot of ammunition right now in the inventory. Only 70 medium rounds for a heavy AR. Not the favorite for a spray weapon. Great at tap fire at a distance, though.
Look at how dead center this zone is in the bottom right of your screen. Mr. Savage did just get an elimination down on him often. Mr. Savage still alive in this one. He bounced back from yesterday. Mr. Savage was too happy with his performance. Kurtz still, we saw the player piece on him from Brazil, trying to rep for his family. Class elimination there as well on the Twins. Storm Surge is now active. Players still above, so people will begin taking damage. And that's a solid shot with that common tactical shotgun. But another player begins to throw their name into the hat. Doc Pluto Kurtz, no more shield left. We'll back up for the moment.
At this point, with the circle where it is, we've got 60 seconds before things start to close, and I would say maybe a third of the field is still outside of the safe zone. You can see that players pushing to Loot Lake. You have to realize, if you're watching at home, if you're here at Arthur Ashe Stadium, competitive Fortnite is very much about late game strategy and positioning. 74 players right now remaining does not surprise us in the slightest, to be honest, especially with how much money is on the line. Arians goes down. Start to cut that one, but not enough damage dealt. Storm Surge, 2 more players did get eliminated.
He just got a bump down as players began to drop. Winky went down to the Storm. Skype elimination on Astonish. We're 1 player away from the end of Storm Surge, and there it is as we just hit the threshold. So now no more panic has come for these players for the moment. The next one will come to play in a couple more zones as Keenstar right now, the double qualified player from France for set up.
Donc, oula, putain, je rentre dans la maison automate, arrive moi. Ouais. Je suis en compagnie de Roro directement par appel. Donc vous inquiétez pas. Oui. Ouais, je suis là. Je t'entends. Ouais. Roro, t'es là? Non. Bon, bah malheureusement ça marche pas. Je sais pas s'il m'entend. Ouais, tu m'entends, Roro? Ah, c'est que je suis en live en même temps. Bah oui, toujours. Ouais. Tout de suite.
It depends on the play. If he's looking towards late game, he's going to try and hold on to those for a heal off potentially when that final zone starts to close.
Roro qui va arriver.
Quick reminder, by the way, on the right side of your screen, a victory royale. The win is worth 10 placement points. Those are big. Top 5 is 7 points. Top 15 is 5. Top 25 is 3 points in every single
Oh, bah dis donc.
this player's additional point. Focus of the current map right now. A lot of players out here on the hill. Northeast side of Neo tilted. Actually a pretty good spot. You have multiple slips nearby. While those are still on, you have to remember those do turn off. Sky picking shots. I believe that's on DRG just to the south. No pressure applied there.
Wow.
Sneak any shot he can through. Actually, it's challenged. I'm surprised this man doesn't go for the build there to protect and get a better spot.
Wow, that's solid damage.
Let's go for it.
Solid damage, and look what's also on the ground right there. The legendary infantry rifle. Still can swap to that when needed. Right now, choosing to go with the spray weapons. This is a player that's close. We have a replay coming on in soon of Mega from FaZe, who played yesterday in the duos competition with Dubs. Dubs already dropped his cable. See how Mega plays.
Ah mon gars, je t'ai vu.
To the opponent's box, 2 clean shots. And there it comes through, and near max materials, slope juice as well as chug splashes will be sitting pretty right there. The next zone did just pop on up, moving to kind of the eastern side of the current zone. And what we're seeing right now from Sky is Sky recognizes he's got extra materials back.
Oh putain!
Build out a little bit, grab the excess.
Ah, il m'attendait avec son pote ou il m'attend?
He's also juggling items over as well to still have the ability to use these whenever he would like to wish to in these next zones. Here's
Regardez ça.
rocket being fired on the far side. Bizzle there still on your screen. Commandment, epic whale. Arrow still boxed up in metal just outside the zone, and Stompy, who was one of the more dominant European players in the online qualifier, still in this one, but Zate was in the lead with Sap yesterday, 5 of the 6 games, but in the end, not able to close it out. As you see, just continuing to spray, is above the damage threshold. This next threshold.
Bon, ouais. Bonjour aux personnes qui arrivent.
He's taking these fights.
Oh yeah.
Also today in solos, there's no longer the threat, Dr. Lupo, of the double heavy sniper. Sure, we've seen solo players try to use it to their advantage by themselves, but it just is not the same effect. Bottom right of your screen, Zate top left of your screen.
Bonjour aux personnes qui arrivent.
So far, and here comes Storm Surge for players pushing on in. Not a threat for all these storms tonight above, but Carter didn't just go down to that Storm Surge, so an unfortunate game.
Salut. Ça va?
Pick up Dr. Lupo, extremely useful in these rotating zones, and oh man, Lawboom is eating the stink bomb. 50 damage, Dr. Lupo. Terrible, terrible spot to be in for Lawboom.
Lawboom, a solo Irishman, qualified for the World Cup here. Gonna have to push on through and try and make his way to the next safe zone. Multiple ballers on the outside. He might be able to grab that one in the water right there if he sees it when he pops out. You can see Vivid on your screen. Evil Mare still there as well. Saw him rotating in. Multiple ballers still on the field.
Look at that build.
Look at the This is like a Fortnite World Cup apartment.
Oui, oui, t'inquiète pas, je te reconnais, hein, t'es Juliette. Hein.
Players stacked in next to each other. Bizzle going for the edit reset. Can't quite catch himself just yet.
Muga's still making plays happen. A lot of people have him high up on the leaders, and here it is again. Yarkos with the elimination from earlier on, down onto Aqua, who obviously was our Fortnite World champion yesterday in duos. Rough start in game number 1. Bizzle, one of the most consistent and winningest Fortnite pro players of all time, Dr. Lupo. When you say a veteran in Fortnite competitive, Bizzle is at the top of that list, but here's Yarkos again. Now on the high ground after that first elimination, down onto Aqua, looking for more right now as he's got ultimate high.
This is one of the best spots in the game right now. We'll have to see where the map is going to rotate northwest, so he's going to have to make a move soon. Very hefty weapon loadout.
Mais sinon, comment tu vas?
Rotation does have the 2 launch pads, does have the redeploy, but those are going to leave you exposed up in the air.
Bon, je suis dans la zone ou pas?
Rotation here, the feed starting to light up. 38 players.
Oh yeah.
And that count is going to go down, down, down. Zate eliminated by Left Eye. Colorful taking
up
another one out as well. 4 eliminations. You have to remember, placement points don't kick in until top 25, so he only has those 4. But those are 4 very, very big points. Here we go. The Storm starting to pressure players. You're going to see a lot of launch pads and redeploys coming to play, and those community movement mechanics like launch pads placed on the ground would be tough. A player actually just flew right through King's box.
That could have been bad, Dr. Lupo. That could have been real bad.
Maybe a trap play from either player. Here, Benji Fishy in the feed taking another elimination. Top 35 now. Jacks, we're coming 30 seconds away from the next circle.
And Mr. Savage trying to contest Rux for height as they both continue to build on up. Mr. Savage goes for the shot. Rux gives it up for the moment. So game 1 right now, the height goes to Mr. Savage, but there's still a ton of time left. On the low ground right now, you've got Pika week, Class week, Fledermoy's week. Tuesday week as well. Mr. Savage has shot down Rux for the moment. He still continues to keep height. Yarkos, though, looking to challenge right now. 27
Ok, au revoir.
points about to come into play.
N'oublie pas de mettre un petit pouce bleu, ça fera très plaisir.
Ultimate low ground warriors down there, both in and out of ballers. Class looks like he might be a campfire in the middle of it. Mr. Savage.
King at 7 limbs, and it's made it into placements. King absolutely the #1 performance so far in game 1. 120 in total HP. Can he find us a limb? No! As the crowd erupts. Top 20 now, though, but King got the job done. There was 27 players left, Dr. Lugo. King eliminates the last 2 to make it a top 25 for the placement points.
Huge plays there. Waylon Kurtz going down to the feed. What a shot and a quick edit swap there. Bugha showing why he's one of the most active.
Top 15.
Top 15. Meg with an E-limb. Your feed in the top left. One of the most important things to watch if you're looking for players' names. Here he's gonna have to wait and bait players out. Movement now. Here it is, the shadow bomb for rotation. He's still got 2 more in his inventory, which this late in the game is huge. He does have 3 shockwave grenades as well, in case height needs to be taken, or even a long range rotation. 8 players remaining. Jack Yarkos, 4 eliminations. Everyone in here getting those placement points. Beam from above and goes down. No builds, gonna be tough there. Saw him picking up that Elam. Bugha though, 5.
J'évite d'aller dans les villes là pour pas me faire prendre une balle, mais je vais pas avoir des armes comme il faut là.
The #1 point we've seen in competitive Fortnite this weekend. When do you use the shockwave to go for height? It's Sam currently on height. Bugha sees that. That was him taking a look for exactly where the player is. I think it's time, Dr. Lupo. No, Shadow Bomb will be used. Okay, so not quite doing it yet.
Looking for a high ground.
Yeah, I was looking to see.
He's saving those. Don't you worry. I guarantee before too long, a player like this is going to make plays. Sitting the edge of the storm, the box up. He's going for edit shots. Big hit.
My gosh.
On the outside. Bugha picking up his 6th elimination. Creo, Rux, Bugha all on the low ground. Bella EU.
One player just shockwave the height. It's still Sam up top.
Still got it. Same floor as Creo. 1v1 up top, 1v1 on the bottom, stuck in the box. Big hits, back-to-back shots. Bugha picking up another elimination.
Bugha is insane
now. Almost going to be his game to win. We'll see here another one. Can he find the 9th elimination and the first victory royale, the World Cup solos?
Salut Roro, comment tu vas?
Folks, it might be time for the shockwave play.
Oh là là. Putain, j'arrive pas à entendre avec le son de leur jeu vidéo là. Bonjour aux personnes qui sont là. Non, fatigué. Très fatigué. Avec l'angine et puis là je fais une otite en même temps. Donc là c'est pas mieux là.
In the shadow bombs, so many people worry so much about popping out of the shadow and immediately boxing and protecting themselves. Instead, Bugha winds up pushing forward, looking for where his next victim could be, and then pops out of the shadow and eliminates the player. It happened 3 times right there.
Là, je mets l'oreillette dans l'otite, alors au niveau de l'otite, alors ça fait encore plus mal. Mais bon, c'est pas grave, j'adore jouer donc. En même temps, je donne un gameplay pour mes abonnés.
Falls on the leaderboards. No surprise here, a 9-point lead out of game 1. King 7 eliminations, we saw that earlier. Sadly goes down a little bit.
Oh bah là, il y a même pas un français là dans la game.
Psalm, Rux, Yarkos, ton of top tier players across the board right now. But a 9-point lead after game 1 is absolutely incredible.
And you look at the leaderboard right now, a big talk of yesterday, EU versus NA. EU, why so quiet earlier in the day? NA, why so quiet at the end of the day?
Ah si, 13e on est.
Of the 10 top players after game 1, all from the US. Here's your 11th through 20th place right now. Benji Fishy on there.
Un Roro, si t'es encore là, je voudrais bien le faire les concours comme ça. Pour essayer augmenter mon gameplay.
They saw how good the competition was yesterday, and I know everyone was so excited to kick it off today with millions watching online. They saw Booga take game number 1 down to the floor.
Booga! Huge first game for the NA player. That's what you want to see. You want a health advantage at the end. 9 elims to cap off an incredible first game. What's your thought process going into the final moments of in-game, right? A 1v1 there at the end, you've got health advantage. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm pretty much low ground. I have like 200 mats. I realized that I could probably make play with the impulse and just go right and just like get a big pump on him.
Amazing. Well, we saw that happen in real time. An amazing clutch for an end.
Bonjour aux personnes qui sont là.
For Booga. Yo, Jack, Lupo, that is exactly what you want to see, is it not?
I mean, I don't think you can really ask for much more than that. A victory royale and 9 limbs. The man is so talented, has always been one of the top solo players in the North American region, and he shows it right there in game 1, and already a 9-point lead. Solid stuff.
What an incredible game out of the gate already. Number 1 down. We have 5 left to go. We want to take a look and see exactly how some of those pieces played out, how everything worked, and maybe a little bit of a deep dive into how some of these players play. So we're going to throw it over to Sundown.
Attends, je suis loin de la zone.
Island to take a look.
Bon, ça va.
Thank you so much, Lupo and Courage. And while Booga was able to dominate the rest of the lobby, I want to take a look at one of the other most marquee and aggressive players we saw. He had the entire lobby saying, Toda salve Adore de Argentina. It is king of 9Z with an incredible 70 elimination run in 20th place. Let's take a look at some of this gameplay. So right away, you'll notice, what is he doing? He's his patented going forward, wall replace on land 123. That's going to be the theme of these clips. He doesn't miss his shots, and he's not afraid to flex either.
Et toi, sinon, comment tu vas, Roro?
Out there, throwing him a little love, saying, I don't care who you are. Now he's sitting on the 4 elims. He's in the box fights, and he's constantly looking to pick up new targets. Replaces the wall from the side, turns around, and picks up a great elimination there onto Bucky in the rotation. But now watch on the spree he's on. 5 elims right now. Cones himself off. Look at this. The player challenges him. He's not building. He's going at him. He says, if you want to fight me, I shoot first. I am the king. Was able to go, but unfortunately gets caught there in the rotation, but still a brilliant performance from the young Argentinian. He's looking to challenge, he's looking to frag out with the best of the best, putting himself currently sitting in the number 2 spot. He has played so absurdly well in that first game. This is what it's all about. If you can bring your aggression, what you do in the qualifiers, and take it to this stage, and you don't have nerves. If you're like Booga and say, I'm gonna go. If you're like King and say, you want to end it, I'll shoot first. I'll take the 50 health on Elim there, and I will take the point in staying in the match. You can wait and watch me dominate. Let's get into match 2, because that first match was insane. Courage and Lupo, take it away, guys.
Sundown, thank you so much. Appreciate the quick analysis of everything that happened in the middle of that game. A lot of action here at the Fortnite World Cup solo competition. This is the last day for the entire event as well. I hope everyone has enjoyed Marshmallow's concert. We have tons of people here in the crowd. Yeah. Absolutely, it's just been ridiculous. So much fun.
My Italian family was out there, 25 people deep. They've got a full deli layout.
Il y avait une vieille maison.
Down in Florida, I know you're watching. Shout out, we love you, miss you.
Non, là je joue pas Farming, je suis sur Fortnite. J'essaye d'augmenter mon niveau.
Do you guys want to see another Fortnite World Cup next year? Should we do this again?
I'm thinking, yeah, Jim.
All right, budget's approved, Epic, it's happening. But folks, let's get back into the action. Game number 2 about to begin. Booga, the superstar of Game 1, the talk on all social media with the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. What a play. The lobby is
Bonjour aux personnes qui arrivent.
The players are ready. Ladies and gentlemen in the venue, are you ready? Game 2 of the solos competition here at the Fortnite World Cup Finals starts right now.
After last game, I have a feeling you're going to see maybe potentially more contested drives.
Oh.
Those points, seeing exactly what can be done now. Bugha bringing home 9 eliminations in that first game. I think the next 2 closest were 7-4, and everybody was below that. Yarkos, I think, having 4, King with 7. Going into game 2, yep. Knowing that we still have 5 remaining, knowing that based on the leaderboards from yesterday, that 17 points at one point separated first and last. And by the way, a quick note, we can see the minimap, but I think Tipu, yeah, there it is. There it is. I'm pretty sure Tipu has the block all by himself.
No
Again,
one.
Clipnote didn't want to challenge it this time.
No one nearby at all, and also on that map, look at the 2 llamas. Right outside a racetrack, it looks like one player's about to go claim him. Also, Bizzle, who basically lands in Dusty Divot uncontested.
Salut le Farmer 86, ça va?
So, some great movement will be up there for them. Here again, the stats for last match. First place, the Victory Royale, 19 total points because of those 9 elims. Sitting pretty, 5 games away from $3 million.
Fortnite.
I feel like after one game, seeing an average placement stat of first, that's something I would screenshot just to hold on to. Yeah,
Best player in the world.
I averaged first through all the games that have been played.
Here is Aqua versus Twins. Aqua, can't stress enough, our Fortnite World Champion from yesterday in duos. Only with a common SMG is Twins, and pumps being missed left and right from Aqua. And I'm going to tell you right now, Aqua's going to be upset with himself on that one, Dr. Lupo. That was a sloppy fight from both sides. I'm going to say it right now. Those early game fights can be very, very awkward, but we also have the first elimination, what we saw earlier.
Gosh.
And it was Bizzle with the common pistol and then says, here's your reward. A llama that was looking at a nice view from the top of Dusty Divot.
Kovacs out of his mind. By the way, a quick note here. Twins had 46 elims in his qualifying matches. That's so many eliminations to get to this point.
Yeah.
Over 10 games. That's huge.
And most players didn't even get to play the full 10, so you got to think Twins did pop off in his region when it was
Bah c'est un jeu.
Yep. 2 shadow bombs, already has a flint knock sitting on minis and a pump. Solid early game loadout. Can pick up maybe one more movement ability, depending on whether or not he wants to keep the flint knock in his inventory. We'll have to see. Still hopefully looking for a slurp at some point. MQ and Mr. Savage not far from each other. Takamura, Clarity G also in Happy Hamlet. My least favorite drop, I'm going to be honest with you, but a lot of these players know exactly where the chests are and know exactly how to get there as fast as they can. And there are so many materials down here. This also is one of the highest chest spawn counts in the entire game. This POI is insane.
Yeah, I believe 29 possible chests or something along those lines, but as MQ says, you know what, let me roll away from right now. Give that to Mr. Savage. Over to Snobby Shores, it's Hornet. Putting the spray down with that heavy assault rifle, only 19 AR shots.
Je te connais pas le Farmer 86, donc je peux pas t'appeler.
8 players have dropped so far in the zone. For the southwestern side.
Et non, j'appellerai pas ce numéro-là.
Already some good variation between the zones in game 1 and game 2. Hornet would continue to move.
J'ai pas lieu de te donner mon numéro de téléphone.
Again, looking at the map. Looks like a lot of players still outside the zone as you expect, but they'll begin to rotate on through as the first normal close.
Force engagement there, the tree disappears, and that drum shotgun spewing shells out, gonna push inside the box. Can't quite get the wall if the trap was placed. No luck there, doesn't have one in the inventory. Nick's still trying to apply as much pressure as possible, without having to chew through too many rounds. Reload here, the drum shotgun, so much damage dealt with this thing so far. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes in for it here in just a second, and he does. Watching that corner, Hornet still on the defensive.
Ouais, ça va. Bah, fatigué un peu.
Shotgun isn't enough, but up close, the thing is very, very deadly. Nick's picking up first elimination for him in this game.
Also with the emote after the elimination. That's 2 so far. It's spicy.
Jeff, you love
I mean, I love this.
You love it.
I get like 1 elim at 30.
Je sais pas, mais je supprime le numéro de téléphone. On met pas les numéros de téléphone en ligne.
During his qualifying week. That's crazy too. And Nick's from Brazil. Brazil often We often saw very aggressive gameplay from those players during their qualifying matches.
All they would do was kind of just stomp through their lobbies. We always talk about how insane it was. Here's the inventory for Tfue right now. 4 minis, 3 big shields,
good lord,
4 shadow bombs,
good lord,
a launch pad, a legendary infantry rifle, a blue pump shotgun. Tfue set up for the rest of this game, nearing max materials as well. This is what happens when you give this man block all by himself.
Non mais je t'appelle pas Farmer le Farmer 86 non je t'appelle pas.
There's so much loot here at the block, so many materials, so many opportunities to get an advantageous position too, because you're right up the hill, like I said before, this baller spawns up there. Those are going to get grabbed pretty quick, but if they don't, if you're lucky enough, you have free rotation as well. It's also not terribly far from a slipstream to the south, just past the umbrella quarry down there. Meanwhile, Mr. Savage stuck in a 1v1 down here at Happy Handle. There's actually 3 players total. My apologies. You see on the mini-map at the bottom right there. They can't see those arrows, but we definitely can. And Crew and Takamura still down inside in the building. Audio cues trying to listen for each other. Takamura, you see, not really moving. Crew trying to do some wall replacing to build up a little bit of a material buffer in case fighting does happen here. I think Mr. Savage going to rotate out.
Here is Tfue with a player just in front. It's like a fight he's potentially looking to take. Not sure exactly what the health is of the opponent just ahead, but you got to think, okay, so there is a health advantage. Maybe Tfue did a bit of damage.
Non non mais t'inquiète pas téléphone-moi non non t'inquiète pas mais je sais ça va être qui.
Soon gonna have to move towards his zone.
If you're watching online and you get an opportunity here to clip some shots from Tfue, it's going to be very accurate. We've seen it before and we'll see him again with that infantry rifle.
T'inquiète pas, je vais régler les problèmes lundi matin.
I think he didn't expect his opponent to challenge and go for a shot, but because he tries to save a couple walls of wood.
Je t'ai pas piqué ton image, donc ton compte, on va vite le prouver, hein.
I'm out of here and the zone's already there, so Tfue has a long trek ahead of him. Might have to decide if he's going to use a launch pad here. Probably not, as he does have the slipstreams down below, but still will take some damage.
On va savoir quand ton compte a été créé, Farmer 86, hein.
The zip across, jump off midway through and go down and grab it. We'll see.
Booga eliminated to start off this game in 90th place. So our game 1 winner out early on, which means that 9-point lead will surely be cut down as this one goes on.
Hop, on va vite le savoir. Parce que moi il est décrit depuis le 2015. Mon compte. Alors ton compte à toi. Accéder à ta chaîne. Ah, pour ta chaîne 2017. Bah alors faut arrêter. Faut arrêter de dire que je t'ai volé ton identifiant. Ma chaîne a été créée plus longtemps. Moi elle est de 2015 ma chaîne. Alors voler ton identifiant, il faut arrêter. D'accord? Bah le Farmer 86, il dit que je lui pique son image, mais qu'il arrête de raconter sa connerie. Il est créé depuis le 2017, sa chaîne de merde.
Here it is, a shot from the side does make contact. Twins down to 90 total HP. Big hit there with the shot. He can try and rotate up on the outside, getting pressured against the edge of the storm, and a build-off is kind of the only answer at this point. Quick, and it's down. Doesn't quite find that the player inside ahead of him has the lead. Another big
Donc si tu commences à me saouler de trop, moi je vais te ban.
A build fight is all he's got left. He could shadow and try and get away, but if the player inside is smart enough, Keemstar knows exactly where to shoot. Twins is going to go down. We'll see here. 1 pump is all it takes, though, with this thing. 150 HP.
Oh my gosh.
Almost going down there. No shield remaining. A back and forth between these 2 titans of Fortnite. And there it is. Keemstar finding the lead, the shotty there, and Twins eliminated.
Move towards Storm Surge kicking on in. I do want to point out where this next zone is. Spoke to production. We'll bring that back in for you all to see just how insane zone number 2 will be for everyone on this map.
Actually, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, because they have a long run ahead. Look at that.
all
A
the way
third
to
of the
the
zone
south side.
off the map.
Not only are you
Regarde, en plus il dit que je lui pique son image, mais qu'il se la ferme s'il a même pas une image sur sa photo.
players going to get compressed together. I would expect going into circle 3 or 4, you're going to see a very low player count in comparison to last game. We're already down to 75. And Storm Surge now getting ready to kick in. You have 5 players that need to go down before damage starts to go out to those that have not dealt enough of it. Yep. Multiple players bunkering up here at Happy Hamlet. Not a whole lot of real estate left. Shots going out there. You heard that minigun, one of the very good weapon for applying pressure to structures, especially when you see other players are taking shots at the same target. Let it fight the top left of your screen there. Replay between Niddle.
Ouais, il parle même plus, il vient même pas. Il vient juste pour foutre sa merde en fait ici.
After the 50 health was earned, he was stuck at 50, meaning he was under 1 HP. He had effectively point-blank 100% health. And goes down right.
Bah en fait, téléphone-moi, je sais pas, il y en a qui s'amusent à foutre la merde un peu partout dans les chaînes YouTube. Parce qu'il a même pas de vidéo en plus, cette personne-là. Alors c'est ça qui me fait bien rire. Bah si, j'ai du respect, mais là c'est qu'on me prend pour une bille, donc non, j'aime pas ça. Dire que je pique l'identifiant de quelqu'un, non. Tu pourras regarder, tu cliques sur mon lien à propos, tu verras que j'ai créé ma chaîne depuis 2015. Et tu vas sur sa chaîne à lui, Farmer86, qui pique l'identifiant apparemment. Elle est créée depuis le 2017. Non, j'ai plein de vidéos, moi. J'ai que des lives, j'ai créé ma vidéo. Ma chaîne, elle est depuis 2015.
So far, 0 eliminations, still though with this magnificent inventory for the late game.
I just want to say that,
la sienne, elle est là depuis le 2017. Il y a 2 ans après qu'il l'a créée. Donc j'ai pas pu piquer son identifiant. Et si j'aurais vraiment piqué son identifiant, pourquoi il a pas mis mon image alors? Ouais, c'est rien, c'est en fait c'est un la vidéo aussi qui est sur mon live, vous inquiétez pas, comme je suis sur Fortnite en jeu, et c'est qu'il y a les concours et les championnats de en cours actuellement aux États-Unis.
That was not a good shadow bomb, I can tell you right now.
I'll be disappointed there. Big hit from above, down to 55 HP. Tifu, the edit from the outside, and he is eliminated by King.
And look who it is again, King, the player with 7 eliminations in game number 1, keeps the aggression going. In game 2, the heavy sniper that immediately destroys that wall and is rewarded with incredible loot, almost max builds as well. Tifu, a very quiet start to today's World Cup competition.
There's that elimination on Tifu, a shot from above. A little bit of shield damage, but a big hit from the outside. Using a heavy snipe to take that wall off instantly. Very intelligent play there. Again, More aggressive players we've seen thus far. Yep.
Up to this point.
Oh my gosh, this is back down to Cappy Hamlet right on the edge. So many players on the east side of the safe zone. And this is a far southwest. Remember, about a third of it is in the water right now. Nobody's on the island, the outside. We're going to see where this goes next. There it is, focused just to the west. That submarine atop the ice mountain right there.
But look at how many players are stacked on the right side of that zone. So if you're currently in this next zone, on that north or east side, you can put a ton of damage downrange as everyone has to move right at you. You see Karu does go down to Diego GB in your elimination feed. Rock coming on through. Crew boxed up. Freyo boxed up. Rux under 100 health. Has to play this one safely, but they are so far on the east side of the zone. The storm is going to move quite quick, Ben. And they've got to be ready for it. There's already the first shockwave used. Rux trying to shoot them from behind. Not able to get elimination there. Class so far away. Will use the launch pad and just begin to move towards this circle.
You have to think at this point with both placement and elimination before too long here. King maybe taking an opportunity to push
Pascal.
first place position on the leaderboards, especially with Bugha going down so early in this game, 90th place.
I love this outfit from Rux right now.
He's a dinosaur.
Rux is, no, I'm talking about his real life outfit.
He's a dinosaur.
He's set up to play the Fortnite World Cup at 1, and then he's got a dinner date at 7:30. So good for him.
Listen, glass is everything, Jack.
And the guy looks great. I'm going to give a shout out for that. Best dressed, 2 extra points. A Fortnite World Cup champion right there, Rux.
But only a 6 damage tag from the side there. Doesn't have to panic too much. That I would panic a little more about.
When you have no movement. When you have no movement in that part of the zone, it's literally exactly what I just spoke about. King on your screen, but also something we haven't spoken a lot about. Reverse 2K. Duo with Ninja. Unable to qualify together for this competition, but
vas-y, Pascal.
Solos and now seeing what he can do by himself. Was on the far side of this zone, so also not a fun spot by any means.
Quick note, King currently has the highest damage in the map, 574, meaning, like I said, that aggressive gameplay. Still in it, still trying to win, still trying to get the beat on players, and a quick beam on Aspect up the ramp, caught off guard by an edit play. A shot through the wall, gets the follow through with the edit. Nate goes down. He is playing out of his mind right now.
King reminds me of like Vinny and Zextro back from the earlier duo competitions when they would just try to play anyone they saw. King, 7 eliminations in game 1, now 4 eliminations in game number 2, and there's still 42 players remaining. And there is only one person.
Je ne sais pas, mais moi je commence à en avoir marre des emmerdes, d'accord? On raconte voilà les conneries sur ma gueule. Moi je commence à en avoir marre. Là il y en a un qui vient me dire comme quoi je lui ai piqué son identifiant. Sa chaîne est créée depuis 2017. Moi la mienne est depuis 2015. Donc non, ça commence à me saouler. Alors tu sais, les emmerdes, moi c'est bon à la fin.
Jack is a million times better than both of us combined. Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous to think about. Cosmic on the height, Vivid is still alive in this game, Artbro is still alive in this game, Drakden's still alive in this game. What does King use here? Looks like Will again place the launch pad.
Donc ça va vite de raconter un truc, hein.
A ramp placed backwards to bounce off of it, so he doesn't go all the way up. It's basically a sitting duck up in the air. Kind of flows quite quickly towards the opposing player. King, imagine winning $3 million as a 13-year-old. I mean, I think I would have bought like a Razor scooter when I was that age.
So, tu vas voir si je sais à quelle personne que tu parles. Tu vas voir, elle est venue tout à l'heure dans mon live. Donc, si elle a vraiment quelque chose, c'est du foutage de gueule, ça elle est venue dans mon live. Hein.
Like this repositioning, he doesn't want to remain on the same elevation. He's got multiple floors now in case he needs to take a drop there. Yarkos gets beamed from the side. Limited by Scalar. Arkham in the feed, pick it up, and Elam on Bella EU. Dubs, Bucky, multiple players still in this game on your screen.
Ouais, et bah remonte les conversations, tu verras, elle est venue me parler. Tu verras, elle est venue me parler. Je coupe juste ça. Allez, alors attends. Elle m'a mis salut, tu sais c'est qui? Donc bah oui, c'était Juliette. Au revoir. Donc il faut arrêter de raconter des conneries, de croire tout le monde. Donc
on the mountain as possible. Very excellent play there for positioning the King, the star of the show thus far for game 2. 5 eliminations. We are in the top 25 for placement now, so those points go out. And that's got to push King even higher on the board.
Yeah, King was already surging towards the top of our leaderboards. Now could very well be after this game. King spraying on through with the submachine gun. Players moving as fast as they can.
Ah mais j'adore les gens qui pleurnichent pour raconter des conneries et pour se faire voir que la victime. Et ça me fait rire.
Down the hill we go. Road Shark on hype right now, but we'll need a waterfall down for a moment. 40, 30, 20, 15 HP, under 10, no, still 17 HP, will only be at 42 effective health. I mean, if he gets any further than this, it'll be an absolute miracle, and no, down goes King, but I think one of the crowd favorites beginning to emerge today. Fantastic performance of this point. Benji Fishing goes down as well.
A little bit of a crowd building up behind him. Dubs still in a baller at the bottom.
Top 15.
Star sitting on 2 eliminations in this. The entire field is at the bottom of your screen on the left with Road Shark remaining up top, forced into the drop. Let's get away, looks like a shadow bomb to save from any fall damage. Vivid beamed on the rotation up to the ultimate high ground.
Vivid's on height.
Still there too.
Vivid's on height.
It's an opportunity here. It can capitalize and take shots on all these players rotating. At this point, Vivid's best bet is to force players out of ballers into fights. You don't want to let them remain inside.
Briser sa famille, non, mais faut arrêter. Faut arrêter de raconter des conneries. Moi, ça me fait bien rire. Si c'était là pour foutre la merde, pour raconter des conneries, tu peux repartir. Tu sais, je peux progresser même sans les personnes qui viennent foutre sa merde ici.
The controller god, as many regard him as, takes down Sam. Another one onto Thatch too. So Issa from Europe getting involved in this game as well. Vivid and Rogue Shark all the way on high ground.
La personne qui dit qu'il a brisé la famille. Hein, elle vient me parler pour m'amadouer, c'est bon à la fin. Et ouais, derrière elle va dire comme quoi je brise sa famille, bah mais bien sûr, elle est venue me parler. Ça me fait rire ça. Ah le foutage de gueule ça.
Issa 2 eliminations sitting in the middle of the pack right now. 7 players remaining. The end of game 2 right before your eyes, folks. 120 total HP. He can't spend any time out of the zone right now. Player goes down inside the box. Can't quite get in. One right behind outside. Can't find a beat.
Il n'y a rien qui s'est passé, faut arrêter. C'est facile de créer des mensonges. Ah, me dire qu'elle va à l'hôpital pour se faire opérer, qu'elle perd un bébé, c'est même pas vrai, c'est des conneries. Alors tu sais, moi ça me fait rire les mensonges. Ouais, tu sais, j'ai pas envie de me prendre la tête. Hein.
Shockwave into the flint knock, into the safe zone, doubling back, another one, a valiant effort. He's got to find a beat, but he won't be able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, game 2 goes to Skite.
Skite had 27 health left, 8 HP. If he took one hit from the storm, he was dead, but he clutches on up. We heard in the interview earlier, he said, I'm going to play my game, win, do what I do best, and Skite does it there. Dubs, what a valiant effort. Look at that. Look at Skite's HP. Literally one storm tick would have been enough, but Dubs had no mats left and unfortunately didn't wind up making it up that mountain. Skite just wins. And there you see the celebration. Game 2 goes to EU as Skite comes out on top.
Single elimination, 11 points for Skite. Gonna be great for the leaderboard. We'll have to see exactly where they
Là. Oh, attends. Eh mince.
points from that first game. No showing in the second
Salut.
game, but it's still enough to keep him all the way at the top. But King, slow.
Rico là, Rico, salut, ça va?
Great people like Balla to help us out.
Off, des gens qui viennent foutre sa merde. Comme il y a un Farmer 86 qui dit je lui vole son identité, c'est même pas vrai. Donc à la fin, moi ça me saoule. Et que les gens pleurnichent pour dire des conneries.
White damage. He knows he has help. He knows he just has only help, no shield. He just continues forward and goes for the box fight. In the second zone, the zone is about to start coming in. He has no fear, the aggressiveness of the player, and the double edit makes him fall right back into his own box that he had a floor on already, gets the cone on top. That's Leleo, another player from South America, but he continues to take out big names, and here is Tifu. He tags him a little bit, but then pulls out the heavy sniper right as Tifu takes the box. And because of that, that came as a surprise to Tifu that he could bring out the heavy sniper.
Mais si c'est pour venir pour foutre la merde et raconter des conneries, vous pouvez repartir. Hein. Moi, c'est pas ça qui m'embêtera. Hein.
It's Aspect that he takes out. That's 3 eliminations, but he goes on forward and grabs another one with great awareness onto Nate. So unbelievable play from here. King is just racking up elims. Again, no placement points in this game.
Si vous voulez que je dégage de YouTube, vous perdez du temps. Hein. Je compte pas partir. Hein. Ne vous inquiétez pas. Hein. Je vais être là tout le temps. Hein.
These are some of the best box fighters in the world. But now, King, he's saying, hey, I'm here at the Fortnite World Cup. I am one of the best box fighters in the world as well. So guys, that's King, the story so far. He's climbing the ranks. He's inching ever so closer to Booker. Gentlemen, back to you.
Great stuff, Balla, and yeah, a fantastic breakdown of how King has made it up to our second place spot so far. We were only a third of the way.
Les gens, ça me fait rire, ils sont même pas là, ils voient même pas le truc. Il y a des mensonges tout le temps, mais.
I'd love to see the aggressive gameplay from King and others. Those kind of plays you don't often see in the Fortnite World Cup or really any competitive play. A lot of players are waiting for those opportunities to maybe get shots on players that are moving, that kind of thing. It's been great to see, and obviously a crowd favorite here, as we've heard people erupt every time he pushes into the box. What about you, thus far?
Crazy action. I'm really interested to see how these different
Olé.
spots land at different areas. Sometimes they come back to bite him. All I know is though that's going to do it for us two for right now. We'll be back later.
Mon Dieu. Ah, je vais pas y arriver. Il bombarde avec ses... Oh là, ça te regarde pas? Celui qui crée mes logos. Vous croyez que j'avais arrêté mon live pour vous? Mais vous pouvez attendre longtemps, hein. Et si vous voulez me faire jarter de YouTube, vous n'y arriverez pas. Ça, je peux vous le dire, hein. Je pourrais vous accrocher, hein.
Kind of awesome considering I love creative mode. It's thriving, it's awesome, I love it.
Now, Tyler, did you ever believe that you guys would secure the position here today?
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. You know, we're the week 1 qualifiers. We're the most stacked. Just when the last map was a death run, I knew we had that in the bag. We got some good players here. I need Zach to punch up and this is that.
You can tell he went to the victory. He said, we need 1 coin. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this now, it is the win. Oh, he missed him and gets it with the trap trigger.
You realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million.
It's unreal. Like if you want to practice with death runs, you need to like do it slow. Go in blindly, like try and like.
Alors arrête de te mêler parce qu'il y a des histoires. Même que ça te concerne pas et qu'il n'y a pas d'histoire. Ça va vite, hein, et créer des mensonges, hein.
I'll probably end up like saving most of the money, maybe like some investments.
He's 18, and he
Re
just won $336,000. What are you gonna do with the prize?
Rent? Rent. Yeah, I think rent. I'm gonna be responsible. I'm gonna save my money.
I am going to be responsible and probably just invest most of it and try and get even more money back.
All right, guys, congratulations again. Absolutely outstanding job. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see what the future of Creative Fortnite looks like.
Ça sert à rien de venir pleurnicher, hein. Si c'est pour m'amadouer ou pour foutre ta merde, tu peux repartir.
Grandfather of Creative shows up huge here on this stage. Now, of course, guys, we know you want to get back into games. I want to get back into games too, but first.
Non, non, tu m'envoies tes gardes là, en racontant des conneries. Donc c'est saoulant à la fin.
Players and people from different walks of life all came together to take part on this stage and play for charity. Now, of course, we had Ninja and Marshmallow, your 2018 Pro-Am defending champion that faced off against Airwalks and RL Grime, your Summer Block Party Pro-Am champions. And the winners in the end were actually Grimes and Airwalks. They are 2-time Pro-Am champions. So let's actually check in with them and see how they're doing.
You'd win 2 in a row. Can you walk me through those final moments?
It felt really good. I don't think I...
Mais si vous croyez que je vais partir de YouTube et quitter YouTube, bah vous pouvez vous accrocher. Et vous inquiétez pas. Il y en a un que je lui réserve une surprise. Mais je dis pas de nom, je dis rien. Mais je dirai rien, je dirai pas de nom. Vous le verrez vous-même.
Grimes and Airwax coming in clutch. Very happy for those two, but I'm actually happy for this guy right here. This is 1/2 of your Duos World Champions. This is Nyrox. I need you guys to make some noise right here, right now. Show him that you love him. How does that make you feel?
Eh Benoît, je t'ai reconnu, hein, Enfermeur 86.
Feels amazing.
There you go. Now, Nyrox, let's chat a little bit, right? Because you played yesterday, like
Mais malheureusement, le GFX, il peut pas venir.
Your partner Aqua is actually playing today in the solo competition. So what advice would you give him heading into the game?
I told him earlier this morning that he could have won there yesterday, and even if he has a bad start, he can still make a comeback like we did, and he can still take the trophy home.
That's pretty good advice, pretty good advice. Now, you're already a world champion. You've got the title. So how does it feel now that you've got this title, you're here, you get to experience this and watch the solo competition, you know, how are you feeling after all that?
I mean, it feels amazing winning the duo, even though I want to compete in solo as well. But hopefully this gives me confidence in solos, which makes me do better in solo next tournament.
Okay. One final question for you. This morning, you know, obviously yesterday was a huge day. You had a night to kind of sleep on it, and then you woke up the next morning. Did it sink in? You know, how did you feel the next morning when you're like, man, I'm a world champion?
It feels surreal. It doesn't really feel like I've won anything because it was so big. It was almost too big to imagine. But yeah, it feels amazing.
Well, again, massive congrats to you. One half of our world champions. Again, give him some love, Fortnite fam. Thank you again, Nyrox. Appreciate your time. Now, there's actually another player we want to talk about real quick, and that is Skype. He just won this second game, so let's see what he's got to say.
I'm Sky from Lost Stream. I'm French, coming from Paris. I've been preparing the finals by playing systems and playing every day with friends or mates. It was hard in the beginning because my wrist was a little bit broken, so I just wait and then I qualified for the boss in the last 2 weeks. I definitely want to thank my team because they support me a lot when I was playing in here we are more aggressive and NA is a little bit slower, so we try to play a little bit safe. I think Zay is really good and I want to take him down. I don't think playing in Stadium will affect my my gameplay because I already did it. I love everyone and I'm just excited to play.
There you go. There you have it. I mean, Sky, this guy is amazing. I'm a big fan. Sky, you know this. Now, guys, there's so many players here that I would spend so much time talking to every single one individually. But let's actually dive in specifically to one, and that's Mr. Vivid, you know, Mr. Clutchman himself. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him there, but don't worry, he's going to bring some more heat. We actually had time to spend with him and his hometown, learn more about him, so let's watch this together.
Oh, ce délire-là, c'est les gens qui veulent foutre sa merde.
I live in South Jersey in a small town. Population of under 1,000. You see a couple of cars pass by your house. It's quiet, so it's nice. Here, I played Fortnite at the highest level.
Vivid picks it up. Gets the elimination.
My name is Noah Wright.
Oh, yeah,
Also known as Vivid.
let's go, dude.
I am 21 years old. I've been playing competitive Fortnite for almost a year now.
Vivid, a familiar name to a lot of fans.
The successful player is probably all the hours that I put into it. Schedule is kind of crazy, but I give myself a good shape. I will do a workout routine, 20 minutes on the exercise bike, 15 minutes of stretching.
Cool ça.
And then back to playing Fortnite. Just having fun.
Ouais, il y a de la merde là-dedans.
Taking that victory royale, that was insane.
We've always been really close. All he wants to do is fish. He takes care of everything around the house. It makes everything really convenient in terms of, you know, playing games and just being able to focus on that.
Our schedules work pretty well. When I get done work, he's usually up games, so we can spend a little bit of time talking, game activities. Noah and I helped each other very much getting through the difficult time.
When I was 10, my mom passed away. She passed away to a cancer called small cell carcinoma. It definitely made me mature a lot. Made me realize like how much my mom actually did for me.
Noah's mom had a very big impact on his life. She set the ground rules, make sure the grades were all straight A's, and he could go on to gaming.
I credit a lot of my success to her.
Well done, Darren, but he's gonna catch him in the air, and Vivid's gonna get the victory royale. What a game from Vivid.
Knowing that I'm successful at doing what I love to do, I just make her really happy.
Ready?
Yeah. Fortnite granted me with a decent amount of money. I can help my dad out now, so I got on the boat.
He presented it to me for being a great father, bringing him up since our mother passed away.
I actually haven't been on the boat yet, so this weekend I'm gonna go on the boat for the first time.
On the boat, back on the water again. One of my ultimate dreams.
Looks nice.
What do you think Mom would say?
She'd like it.
I want to thank you for this and everything. What do you think your first trip now here?
Quoi neuf? Bah moi rien, ce champion gameplay. Et je m'amuse bien.
They gotta come out more often.
Mais il y en a qui essayent que je barre de YouTube, mais ils n'y arriveront pas.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to keep myself together right now. I know how you're feeling, Vivid. I am very close to my own the world. If you guys have a chance here to meet Vivid, he's genuinely one of the most hardworking, kindest people you will ever meet in your entire life. If you can say hello, take time to do it. I promise you will not be disappointed. Now, of course, Fortnite fam, we got to keep the games coming. Games are about to be underway. The players are back. They are ready to board the battle bus. For now, we're going to send it back up to none other than Monster D-Face, Golden Boy, House DJ, Mike Realm. Bring the heat.
All right, folks, we know you're excited to get into some more games, and good news, we got you covered. Welcome, everyone. Golden Boy alongside with Monster D-Face. Here's we're going to call games 3 and 4 of the Fortnite World Cup Solos competition. And, man, you couldn't have asked for two better games to start things off, Monster. Craziness through and through, top to bottom. Best players in the world, and they're showing up here on the world stage.
I mean, you guys saw the reaction. Booga, with the insane game one, had us jumping out of our seats, quite literally. And man, Sky, at the final moments, I thought we were going to see a victory comeback from Dubs with the flint knock, shockwave to, shake up the entire place.
Yeah.
but it was great.
Yeah, it was very, it was a nail biter. Let's just put it like that. But let's run over the format and how this whole thing's work. So, at top 25, players will start to get 3 points.
Il est très bien, ouais, le jeu.
15th place. At that point, all the players that are still remaining will get an additional 2 points, making it a total of 5. Then after that, if they get to the top 5, they'll add 2 more points to that, making it a 7-point total earned for staying alive all the way until the end. But if you get that victory royale, you get a total of 10 points. So plus 3 coming out of the top 5 there. And each elimination is going to count for 1 point. So look for these players to play for
1,2 million.
some, like
1,8 million.
want to play for those eliminations. And then
T'as la thune qu'ils vont gagner les gens.
on the line for $3 million for the first place.
Putain, les gamins ils ont même pas 18 ans, ils vont gagner ça. Wow. Ils sont milliardaires avant l'âge.
And then 1 million as well plus 4/4. That is crazy. That's a lot of money.
You know, yesterday the duos had to split it. Today it all goes to you, right? It's just a solo competitor. So, and everyone here's a winner. We're here to celebrate every single player that has made it this far. If you stepped onto this stage, you are already a winner.
The marathon that they took to get up to this point, bananas to say the least. 10 weeks, grueling competition in both solos and duos. And for a lot of our competitors, they had to prep not just for the competition today, but also yesterday. Now we're already 2 games in. We had mentioned some of the players that had performed very well, right? Your Booga, who had a monumental game 1. And then you also had Skype, who was able to just outlive everyone else and stay alive. But it is Booga who still holds first place, but by 1 point, because Argentina's very own king is looking to contend that, and that is crazy. I mean, talking about aggression, this guy embodies it.
Yeah, you've seen him time in and time out. It's players like King that really make these tournaments interesting to watch for the spectators at home, for everyone here in the audience. You gotta have your King show up and bring that action all the way through to the end. And it's not to discredit anyone who made it this far. These guys are still in the running.
Yeah, it's only 2 games in. Games 3 and 4 are going to be just as important. Players are going to have to step it up if they want to get within the top 20 here. There's just so much on the line. There you see Booga, who's getting ready, getting prepped up. Everyone is so hyped up here at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. And I don't even know what to expect, man. Game 3, like, what are we even going to get? We're seeing early aggression here from a lot of the South American players. Our players that we talked to from North America and Europe said that was what they wanted to avoid.
Ouais, si tu veux.
Aggression, OCE aggression, but it's this time in South America that's showing up.
And not to bring it up, but you know, you saw exactly what happened when King walked into Tfue. He just saw him trying to shadow bomb peacefully to the zone. They were not safe, by the way. They still had to make it through to Happy Hamlin, but King said, you know what, I'm gonna pause right here and I'm gonna take this fight. And that is how the Brazilian region does.
Yeah, that's how they do it, man. They just want to take the fight. They want to go right at your face. They don't care who you are. Listen, you can have millions of subscribers on YouTube. You can have all the Twitch Prime subs. You can have all the fame and the fortune. But at the end of the day, everyone that's in that game,
C'est cool ça, les balles sont pas été ramassées là.
No upper hand depending on how popular you are, and you shouldn't be treated that way either. You should just go at them.
Ouais, y a pas de souci.
Walk out of New York City with $2 million in your pocket, which, by the way, you'd have to have a very big pocket.
Take a look there. Benji Fishy has been showing up.
I told him to play to the crowd. I said, play to the crowd. Have some fun with
it. Yeah, good to see him smiling. You know, we were there in the warm-up games. He was a little timid, but Benji, loosen up, buddy. There goes Mr. Savage. And the rest of our competitors, Creo,
Kinstar,
Vivid, of course. This is a big moment for everyone here. Game 3's close.
And it must be cool as well to see you guys. Give him a round of applause. He waved to everybody. He waved to everybody. You know, that's not bad. All right, so here we go, folks. It's now time to jump into game number 3.
Non, pour l'instant, et tant mieux. Moi, le prochain, je les banne, moi, directement. Celui qui revient pour foutre la merde, je les banne direct. Ouais, allô. Ça va? Tu m'entends?
Allô?
Attends, 2 secondes, faut que je mette mon...
Allô?
Attends 2 secondes, je mets mon...
north side, so all of your competitors are going to get yes, a fair split at the map here, and that's exactly what you like to see. You want everyone to have a fair shot at the map. So
attendez les gars, il fait un truc et il part là.
Dis-le qu'il me vire pas.
Yo, vous m'entendez les gars?
Je sais que tu m'entends, il ne vire pas les succès.
Voilà. Est-ce que vous m'entendez là? Oh non. Putain, c'est bon.
On t'entend que sur le live à Mathis.
Ok. Oh, attendez, que je change.
Mais
Oui.
c'est pas sur ton micro là que tu...
Si, attends.
Tu peux activer...
Ah bah oui, pardon.
Bah, il a activé là mon micro. Ah, attends, j'ai quitté la partie.
Ouais, d'où le planeur saison 9, il est gris.
Est-ce que vous m'entendez? Non.
Qu'est-ce que tu dis, il est pas gris? Ah mais tu savais pas? Allô Farmé?
Ah putain.
Non.
Ah, attendez, je suis en train de chercher les gars.
On n'entend que sur le live à Mathis.
Ouais, c'est parce qu'il y a le live et que mon micro il est pris et tout.
Attends, c'est bien ça? Est-ce que là vous m'entendez les gars?
Non mais... Normalement sur ton micro là, la barre pour...
Est-ce que vous m'entendez? Ouais. Ah bah. Bon, j'ai un problème, pourtant il est bien réglé, mon micro il fonctionne. Bah je sais pas, c'est que peut-être que je suis en live en même temps. Et du coup peut-être que vous m'entendez pas en fait. Les gars. C'est peut-être pour ça. Normalement ça aurait dû fonctionner, mais là dans les paramètres, je viens de regarder et puis tout, vous voyez, je suis sur mon microphone, c'est mon casque actuellement. Donc non, il y a un problème. Et si je mets ça, est-ce que vous m'entendez? Est-ce que vous m'entendez? Non. Bon. Je suis désolé les gars, mais je vous entendrai. Je vous entends, mais moi je pourrais pas vous parler. Ouais, vocal, pourtant c'est bien ça, mais bon. Modification, discussion vocale, oui. Haute qualité. Bon, bah je sais pas. Est-ce que vous m'entendez? Non. Vous êtes prêts? Mais il est choisi mon micro, t'inquiète pas, le fermeur 86. C'est mon casque.
Il y arrive pas, ça marche pas.
Donc voilà.
Ah, il va mettre des écouteurs.
C'est pour écouter le son de son live.
Mais c'est pas grave les gars, je vous entends, vous inquiétez pas.
Juste sur la barre de ton micro pour activer, regarde.
Non mais regardez sur mon live les gars. Regardez, paramètres, son, tout est réglé sur mon... Tout est réglé. Donc je pense que comme je suis en live, le truc il le prend pas en compte. Donc voilà.
looks like Commandment does not want to go for that fight. He's going to be in dire straits right now.
Ouais, non,
As
c'est
Unknown
pas grave.
Army does have the life
Non,
lead.
attends, sur le live.
Ouais, t'inquiétez pas les gars, je vous entends.
Gaining control slowly but surely. Nice little peek right there. He goes for the staircase first. So clean.
Dis aux youtubeurs qui le disent.
Moi j'ai été sur la montagne là, ici, donc après je sais pas où vous voulez aller.
Il va mettre son ping.
And a little tongue to throw some salt on the wound right there. Now hop into the other side of the map. We have a blaster. He's looking for a vehicle. He does have a baller. His main priority right now is metal.
Let's take a look here. We got Martine.
Mais la vidéo c'est comme il y a les championnats en cours, donc c'est normal en fait que je l'ai sur mon live. Et je pense que vous aussi vous l'avez de votre côté.
Nous on l'active ou on l'active pas. On l'a pas activé.
So boom, not in this one. Maybe find some better luck in games 4, 5, and 6.
And that is the risk you take when you jump into someone's box here in the Fortnite world. Another player, bringing it back to the good old nostalgic. That close range right there. He has plenty of extra shields. Great maneuvering around this congested area. That's what it is. Right now. You have to be careful.
It's a controller battle, actually.
Vas-y, go, go, go.
On arrive.
Ah, mais on est là.
Je sais pas où il est.
Bon allez.
Carmen est mort aussi.
Non, je suis... Il est tout seul maintenant. Vas-y, ranime-moi. Ah, bah je suis mort. Faites gaffe les gars, ils sont deux. Ils se raniment tous les deux.
J'ai pas vu.
Non plus, j'en ai plus.
Il est où, gros?
Les gars, récupérez les plaques, ça, on va vous aider. Voilà.
C'est ce que j'ai fait à toi. Ah ouais, merde.
Ok.
Vite, je vais vite chercher sa carte.
Oh ouais, ça me rafale, frère. Pourri là.
Mais bon, j'ai fait les deux.
Oh, tu viens. Viens couvert. Ah non, mais c'est vrai, il y a que lui.
Bah ouais, mais attends, c'est bon.
Attention à vous, Il est en face,
Les gars, attendez, après on arrive. Après on vous raise.
Il est en face.
S'il te plaît, un peu de bulle.
Il va essayer à ranimer son pote. Ah bah il a ranimé son pote.
Il a raison de farmer, s'il faut il va aller rester son pote.
Eh mais gros, moi j'ai perdu.
Les gars, attendez, on va vous raise après au bus.
Ouais, allez-y.
Juste là, on tue les mecs et tout. Après, je vous prends une arme à tous les deux que vous allez choisir.
Il y a encore le mec ou pas?
Ouais, fais gaffe, il est dans le bateau. Hein.
Ok, moi j'ai des tonnes de
T'as un coffre là-haut.
Mais viens, on va les raise.
Il est dans le bateau,
Ouais, il est dans le bateau.
Attends, je me mets un peu de camp. Il fait trop de bien.
Non, il est sur moi.
C'est lui qui m'a tué.
Eh ben bon, ah, ils sont deux, il arrête son pote.
Ouais, bah ouais, je me suis douté.
Mais tu fais quoi, Nathan?
Là, ça c'est bon.
Ah non, mais en fait, non, il n'y a plus personne.
Non, non, ils sont deux.
Tu peux aller vite nous reste, prends ma carte et vite nous reste. Les gars, attendez, on va vous reste.
Bah, t'es plus tout seul, hein.
Attends, juste farmer, est-ce que tu peux regarder pour ton micro?
Ouais, regarde.
Parce que entre le live et toi, il y a du décalé.
Alors.
Va nous reste, stop. Le bus, il est de l'autre côté.
Haut-parleur, non, non, non.
Mais là, il n'y en a pas ici, frère.
Regarde, il est bien, mon réglage.
Mais là, il n'y en a pas beaucoup.
Ah non, non. Ah ouais, c'est vrai. Ah non, mais à Snowby Short, il y en a.
Ah ouais, mais gros, il y a la zone.
Ah non, mais t'as pas mis appuyer pour parler.
Non, non, bah non. Regarde. Appuyer pour parler, oui. Si je mets non. Est-ce que vous m'entendez? Ah voilà. C'est ça le problème qu'il y a eu. Vous m'entendez les gars? Les gars, est-ce que vous m'entendez bien?
This Happy Hamlet area is so dangerous to rotate through. You have players like Mr. Savage. Now we see Left Eye and Kurtz. Left Eye was responsible, again, for a big upset in the last game, taking out the likes of some huge names towards the end game. But Kurtz here with a heavy sniper. Can he open up a base here and follow up with that infantry rifle? He's coming up. Slow peek on right here.
I think Ninja yesterday had talked about the infantry rifle, how good that weapon is, and it truly, I mean, the accuracy that you get out of it is absurd. It's something that if you pick it up, you're deadly out there in the field.
Merci.
Why you like that weapon so much? And I would understand why a lot of our players would go for that as well. When you have the option to, why not? You got that comfortability with it. Then you got Left Eye. 2 eliminations currently. Has 2 shockwave nades.
And you know, you gotta give some respect to Left Eye, who completely left his previous stop 6 months ago, focusing on competitive Fortnite, and he found himself at the Fortnite World Cup stage. I don't think it gets any better than that. That is a dream story here.
In competitive gaming, you take those risks if you want it so badly. If you want it more than you have to breathe. You just
Les gars, si vous voulez une arme, j'en ai une petite arme.
This could very well be a lot of the people in this arena next year playing on that stage. Courage did say that they had the budget, so I'm just going along with what he said.
All right, but here we have
Tfue.
Tfue playing his classic high ground center map, more or less. He does have a next zone.
Movement options for him, which in the last game he had the Shadow Bomb. Didn't really pan out for him because King, very thirsty, went for just all the water he could possibly get out of that one. And I'd say he certainly was quenched in his thirst. But then Tfue, now this is
Bon les gars, faut y aller, on est loin de la zone hein.
a magnet, and that is unfortunate.
It's Clarity G who picks up Tfue, unfortunately right there with one wall open from behind him.
That's
not
so
placed
difficult.
down, unfortunately.
That's so difficult. There are times you fly into the sky and then the entire server just looks right at you.
It's all about timing in Fortnite here, but that's the risk you take. So
Les
now
gars,
we
vous
got
venez?
Link here. Link putting some pressure up above. Remember, Storm Surge is in effect in these games.
Bonjour Pascal du 86.
You have to be proactive for seeking for damage.
Non les gars, je vous entends plus.
Commit to battle. You are more than
Alors je sais pas ce qui se passe, mais c'est saoulant à la fin.
Here we have Robas just kind of looking up. He's holding that edit though. He is ready to open it up. I think he's going to trade fire as soon as Link goes for the shot. Now they're both playing that little mind game right here. Who's going to go first now?
Mais est-ce que vous m'entendez vous?
New circle, now active.
This is what we like to call a shambles loadout, as Link doesn't have much loot.
No, doesn't have much loot, doesn't have much HP either. He's gonna have to try again in the next game.
Le nom de ma chaîne, Farmer86.
Managed to get the better. Oh man, this is intense. Now we're at 62 players remaining. Some players taking fights, others really just focusing on staying alive, staying in this one to the placement points.
That's right. And now we have Leshy back with Leshy. We saw him in
Est-ce que les gars vous m'entendez?
taking out the likes of Keenstar, Astonish in these 1v1 battles. Clearly not afraid to jump in your box. And oh man, with a loadout like this, 6 shockwaves, 3 launch pads, all the ammunition in the world, and zone favor right now. He is looking very good in game 3 right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of builds. He's
Allô?
got tons of
Vous êtes là les gars?
No reason why Leshy can't make it to that end game. This is going to be interesting. Controller player. Let's not forget yesterday Wolfie's controller player did in 2nd place here in the Fortnite World Cup Duos competition, along with his teammate Rojo. Here's Leshy though, applying the pressure. With that shockwave nade, he gets right on top of a nice position, kind of planning himself, understanding a
Les gars, venez tous ensemble là.
Now all these players looking right at him as he just has to play defense. No choice. Gets tagged up a little bit, loses some of his shields.
Mat.
The amount of players you see on the stadium side that once he showed his self to that angle right there and everyone just collapsed on him, that is so scary. And it's still coming in, but he's fending himself off, punishing another player off to the east side right there. Here's Leshy. He can figure out that that player is the same one that just tried to make a move on him. Could spell disaster for Evilmare.
Evilmare doesn't have much to work with regarding health, right? He's sitting at just above half HP. Right above him is going to be Clash. Got pieces as well. Down low on the floor. Loadout, as far as weaponry is concerned. Also has that glider. But the HP he has currently, might want to take advantage of his shadow bomb or something like that rather than exposing yourself to the sky. But this is another.
Les gars, venez là, s'il vous plaît. Venez tous ensemble là. Voilà. Ça sert à quoi de créer des comptes et des comptes? C'est juste pour foutre sa merde en fait ça. Aïe aïe aïe.
Players remaining in game number 3. Players have boxed up. They want to play this slow game.
YTV.
Est-ce que vous m'entendez? Non.
Ah, youtubeur.
Ah là, c'est quoi le bordel?
Bon. Parle, je sais pas si tu nous entends.
Oui, je vous... Ouais, je vous entends les gars. Mais je vous comprenais pas si je vous entendais pas dans le jeu en fait. Vous m'entendez? Dès que j'active ça, c'est bizarre ça. Appuyez pour parler. Alors attendez, je vais juste regarder. Avancer, aller droite à gauche. Placer. Appuyez pour parler. Y. Ok. Ouais les gars, en fait je suis obligé d'appuyer pour parler, pour vous entendre. Rico, je suis pas ton poulet. Alors tes messages comme ça part. Je n'en veux pas sur mon live. Re. Non, mais ça sert à quoi de créer des comptes pour mettre ta merde? Oui, ça va, mais ça me commence à me saouler vos merdes. Hein. De créer des comptes et me faire chier.
En fait, dans son live, on entend les danses passer. Bah, c'est logique, on est dans son groupe.
En fait, les gars, je suis obligé d'appuyer pour vous parler car ça marche pas et je vous entends pas sinon. Si j'active le micro.
Non, mais dans tes paramètres, t'as dû mettre appui pour parler.
Oui, je mets ça. Le problème, je vous entends plus en fait. Donc je garde pour appuyer pour vous parler. J'ai appuyé et je peux vous parler sans problème, les gars. Vous inquiétez pas. Mais je vous entends.
Parce que une fois, ça m'était arrivé, il fallait que j'appuie pour parler. Et après, j'avais mis que je pouvais parler au mec que quand on était dans le groupe, pas dans la partie. Donc, du coup, ouais, s'il a
Ah les gars, c'est une seconde. C'est une seconde, les gars. J'ai envie de voir qui c'est qui gagne.
Faites attention s'il n'y a pas du monde là. Car je suis obligé d'appuyer, sinon si j'active, je désactive le système d'appuyage, je vous entends plus en fait les gars. Donc je suis obligé de...
Il faut mettre dans les personnalisés. Sinon, t'as pas de petit. Mec, il y a que des grosses potes, il y en a une là, une là. Là, il y a des
Les gars, c'est tombé.
Oh, comme c'est gavé.
It's Dubs down low, and Riversand has Dubs on his site. Who's gonna get the win here? Riversand navigating, tarping, he has 7 builds remaining. Dubs trying to play defense, giving himself any kind of cover that he can possibly maintain. But Riversand, few more slows remaining, that could punish Dubs.
Oh, il a plus de vie.
Really trying to keep him down to the zone here, Golden Boy.
Oh man, this is it. He sends another one out, and they're just telling him, you gotta run. He goes into it. He steps in the position. Dubs has the high ground, but he does it.
Absolutely incredible for Dubs to connect. Finally hits all of his shots and nearly a back-to-back performance right there. That is the kind of comeback story you want to see here on the main stage.
Ah, il a gagné hier en plus celui-là. Ah bah c'est bien ça.
And look at this unfold right here. Riversand has the rocket looking right at Dubs, and Dubs just needed to play defense. Riversand had no more builds to work with, and Dubs recognized he had the high ground. He just needed to go in there for the clothesline, and he nails it with that green pump.
That is the name of the game. You cannot miss your shots when you fully commit. Dubs and Mega sitting side by side. What a better player to have here by you. Arguably probably the best friend right here in the competition.
Hey man, that was nuts. What a game from Dubs. What a journey he's had. 4-time qualified. We know he is a unit when it comes to solos.
Oui ça va, mais tu commences à me saouler à raconter des conneries et puis à faire des comptes à plusieurs.
That is the kind of performance he was looking for, and it must feel good to finally solidify a victory over the course of the weekend.
Yeah, it's like it's just a load off your shoulders, man. Honestly, because I've been talking to him quite a bit. He's like, I just want to get this win. Now with that, Dubs goes up to 3rd place. At the top though, Sky, he managed to make it to the end game.
Nathan, il y en a un qui t'aime bien.
are
Tu
three
mets
winners,
bonjour Nathan,
1, 2,
Nathan
and
et
3,
tu
in
mets...
the order of which they took their victory. Game 1 was Booga, Game 2 was Skype, and Game 3 was Dubs. 19 points, 1 point shy of taking second, and Booga, way to hold on to that positioning at the top of the mountain.
King is still here too, as is Psalm, as is Commandment. They've all been in the running, but that was a great fight to see the West and the East clash in those final moments.
I love it, man. I love it. Another, we look here at 11 through 20th. Epic Whale, Fwexy, and Issa all managed to get up in the standings here, as well as Left Eye and Wakey. Oh, what a game that was. Game 3 did not disappoint, but I did get word that we have Dubs standing by with Jordan Fisher to get his thoughts on that win.
A massive, massive victory out for Dubs here, a definite crowd favorite. A lot of people really excited to see you play today. 2 games in a row, 1v1 situations. Obviously, you're playing the placement here. We're seeing this action happen in real time. Your baller maneuverability, you're staying in the baller for so long. Obviously helped you win that right there at the end. Yo, the Rockets are coming down on you hard. What are you thinking in this moment? You're trying to get high ground. What's going on?
Last game, I was just purely playing for placement and trying to hold out in the ball, and it worked.
Obviously, we got that big word. Okay, going into these next matches.
Ok, merci, mais tu t'es abonné à ma chaîne? Et mettre un pouce bleu, ça fera très plaisir.
Golden Boy, Monster Defense. It's feeling amazing down here. How's it feeling up there?
Il est très sympa.
I think the feeling's mutual, my friend, because these have been excellent games. I love duos, right? You and I talk about all the time. Duos, but there's just something special about
Si, je vous entends, les gars, t'inquiétez pas.
Ok, ça va.
Ok, ok. Après, tu prends mes coups de pompe ou pas?
De quoi?
Tu peux remettre coup de pompe, le mode.
Lequel mode que vous voulez, les gars? Lequel mode que vous voulez?
Il y a un mode coup de pompe, ça s'appelle.
Il y a un pompe là.
Ah oui, il est vrai. Ah non, c'est bon. Encore. Tu veux passer des balles de sky? Ça peut faire aussi.
What a game that was, and I understand though we actually have Cam standing by with a special announcement. Sundown, what's up?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Golden Boy and Monster. And while we're here in the midst of the largest Fortnite event in history, you're probably wondering what comes next. Well, as we said before, competitive Fortnite isn't going anywhere. Once Season 9 wraps up and we move into our next season, we'll be debuting the Fortnite Championship Series. This will give players a chance to compete against the best of the best.
Moi j'en ai pas beaucoup aussi des balles de pompe.
Pareil.
Moi je crois plus personne. Je crois plus les mensonges moi. Moi les mensonges j'en ai ras le bol avec eux. C'est ceux qui foutent la merde.
Mais 24, dans le chargeur.
Well, that's awesome. I didn't even know that was coming. Oh, look at you. That was pretty dope.
Can I just say, did you hear that? Every placement matters. Wait, is this something you guys have been wanting or something like that?
Oh, this is awesome stuff there. It's obviously not going to stop us if that is the case, but focusing on what's at hand right now, Fortnite World Cup Finals here in New York City, and just a reset here. I'm Golden Boy along with Monster Defense. We ended up seeing a huge victory.
Mais oh, mais réponds-moi!
Pull it away in glorious fashion, and then Skype in game number 2, just outliving, outpositioning.
Oui, je suis là, t'inquiète pas.
Dubs got his redemption and picked up a game 3.
Les gars, je pense que ça va être la dernière game. Après, je vais arrêter, c'est car il faut que j'aille manger moi. Non, là pas ce soir. Je vais prendre l'antibiotique et après, moi, faut que je me repose aussi, car je dors pas beaucoup la nuit.
spanking, I dare say, right there. He's like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to stay away from that guy. You got to respect him on that rotation. He switched it up, and now he's finding himself in endgame. And that is the kind of adaptability you have to have as a Fortnite professional.
Yeah, it's necessary. 4-time qualified solo player is Dubs. What I mean by that, he qualified the first time for this event right here. Queued up again each week the solos competition was available, and did it again, and then did it again, and then did it again. That's how good he was. Everyone doubted him. No one knew who this kid was. And then he shocked the world. My friend.
Désolé les gars, j'étais loin.
But the next game is coming up. Stage 4 about to begin. New York City, come on. Let me
Waouh, il y a du monde là.
It's about to start. It's about to kick off.
Ciao alors.
This has been a wild day thus far.
Now the question is,
Ok, ciao ciao. C'est à demain, les gars.
hold their lead. We saw King fall out of the running last game, and it set him back 4 placements.
That's
Mais les
right.
gars, vous savez pas
That's
ce que
right.
je viens
King
de
is going to be
faire?
someone we have to keep a keen eye on, not a king.
Bougez.
Keep a king eye on
mais ça va,
him too.
Sure, why not?
A king out there.
He really is, man. You got, I think someone on the Fortnite competitive Reddit said, if
De
you
qui
have
tu
to
veux appeler?
take out a player like Tifu, you got to live up to it.
That's
You
right.
got to live up to it. But there's the standings once again to get you all up to speed. Booga still holding on to his first place position. Skype and Dubs right behind him. Dubs.
T'attends 2 secondes que je finisse mon live et oui, tu pourras m'appeler. Bon les gars, je vais vous laisser. Je vous dis à plus tard. Bonne soirée. Je vais vous laisser. Je vous dis à plus tard. Bonne soirée à tous. À demain pour un prochain live. Ciao ciao ciao.